Venom MZX Twaski says 9 brain cells in the entire room.
Yeah, 9 brain cells.
And then Amanda.
That's a lot.
That's
I mean,
us,
is
to
he
be honest.
wrong?
So the problem is one of us has 5, one of us has 4.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Who does he think is smarter?
Who's who?
Or maybe we split the half
We
brain
split with
cell.
4.5 apiece.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
What's
We're
up?
rolling.
What's up, baby?
Bird Soup,
What is up?
episode 27.
27.
In the club.
We're
in
here.
the 27
And
club
the
right
27 club. Oh, this
Whoa,
is episode
We're in it.
27.
This is.
You know, I turned 27 this year.
Oh,
Shit.
shit.
Same here.
I'm really scared.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
No, you're making it.
I have to lay low this year.
Yeah.
I believe you.
Keep your head down.
I believe
Keep
that
your
you'll
head
get
down.
there. We'll get to your
Going on.
birthday eventually. When's your birthday?
My birthday is March 5th.
Oh, yeah, we're close.
Oh, shit.
It's coming.
And I'd have to wait from March to March to make sure I don't join the 27 club.
Yes.
So you're coming up on 27.
Yes.
I'm coming up on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's coming up on me.
You're beating the 26th club, I'm sure.
Oh, that's
We're getting
absolutely
there.
That's a
It's in
certain.
the bag.
That's a given.
It's in the
I mean,
bag.
a lot of people have beat the
That's
26.
almost worse. That's almost worse, though.
Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
imagine, dude?
Little
You're
premature.
like if you're like one day off on your birthday.
Exactly.
You
You could-
die at 26, a day before. Not part of the legend
That'd
You
anymore.
could be up there with Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin, but
Yeah.
guess
No,
what?
There's
No.
some guy who died
You're
at 26.
At 26 years old instead
Yeah.
of 27.
Yeah.
You're too premature to be a legend, dude. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Speaking of legends, we got John Marciniak in the house.
What is up? Thank you for having me, Bird Soup
JM.
Podcast.
Yeah.
How you living?
I'm living pretty dang good these days. I'm
Hell
working
yeah.
2 jobs.
2 jobs.
I'm working 2 jobs, and I'm
Wow.
saving my money these days. That's what I'm doing.
Speaking of jobs, that employee of the month
I
thing is
did-
definitely going to fall again.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
saw that corner
It
come
fell
out.
on Ty last week.
It fell on Ty.
Oh.
Not to derail things so early.
It's
put it in front of the
serendipitous, though.
Yeah.
You are the employee of the month.
Oh.
Yeah, you're our employee of the month.
Oh, I don't
Employee
think
of
I've
the
ever
week
worked.
at the
I mean,
very
I
least.
feel like that's a lie because
Don't-
I've never
don't
worked
think
for
we're
you a
gonna
day
pay
in your
you.
life.
John, this is actually your performance review.
You're our volunteer of the month.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
I see.
So, name 3 things you think you've done well this quarter.
Yeah, it's actually a quarterly review.
Yeah.
Quarterly review. I think I really drive the numbers. ABC, always be selling. That's what I always
Always
say.
be selling, as in like
Like
convicting
like a
people
prison
in a
cell.
cell.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Always be
Keep
selling.
those convictions up, dude. Always be convicting.
Always be convicting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think I
Convicting
really
closing.
pump numbers for this company, and I really think that other members of this company aren't delivering like I am. I think
That's
maybe you
true.
should take a look at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, I think it's
love-
interesting that you bring up other people in your own performance review as like you're
Yeah.
better than them.
Yeah,
but so we're gonna write that down.
you know, that's what
really
we
fast.
always say, dude. I mean, John can blame somebody like nobody's business.
I mean, that's,
One of
I
the
feel like
best.
that's somebody that you need in your company.
What's
you know
your
what I'm saying?
biggest strength is
Yeah.
blaming
One
other
of my
people.
biggest
Throwing
strength
people
is
under
if
the
you're
bus.
ever in trouble for something, I can absolutely deflect for you.
Good.
And
Yeah.
throw it on someone else.
You'd be a good PR person.
I'd be
100%.
great at that.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah. We actually
So
just
how
had a
would you
position
handle the
open.
plane crash?
Oh. I'm gonna pass on this one. Let me think about it. We'll come back to
go
it.
Circle back.
Yeah, what's your marketing strategy for that one? If you're the PR guy, dude, what's your go-to deflection? Whose fault is that, dude?
Just a bunch of just to run the seatbelt.
a lot of
ads.
moving parts there. There's a lot of
Yeah.
things
I'll
to
tell you what,
blame.
That was
true.
just a horrible accident.
Yep. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Oh, man.
I mean, something happened, but it wasn't. We didn't want that to happen. Obviously,
It is crazy that the other one happened like the
Immediately.
next day. Immediately.
crazy.
There's something up with that. I think.
Yeah.
I think there's something going on.
I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna make any accusations.
No.
but
Yeah.
that feels like something.
I don't
That's
know.
not our place.
Were they Boeing planes? That's my question.
I think, or maybe Boeing is sacrificing other planes so that they throw the scent off their own
Up
trail.
there, yeah.
So it's like,
All
see,
the
we're all bad at
whistleblowers
this.
they're
Because everybody
murdering.
was mad at them. I remember when
Yeah.
the door fell off that Boeing plane and sucked the shirt off that
Yeah.
little boy. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
A little boy.
Yeah, were you there for
What?
that?
No.
There's a little boy sitting like right by like the emergency door exit, and
Yeah.
then this Boeing plane apparently
That's not
like
what you're supposed to do.
No.
You're supposed to have a little boy at the emergency.
apparently there's a little boy sitting there,
They gave-
and the
they
door
gave him the
ripped off.
speech.
And when the door ripped off, just the pure suction of it ripped the shirt off of this little boy. And
Well,
he
so
was
yeah,
sitting there
where is
That's
this
the
guy
problem.
shopping? That's
Yeah, we got to figure
Shirt
that out.
We really
falls
need to
off
get a
in the
shirt
sky.
for this.
I think it's not Boeing at all. It's Old Navy's fault.
Yeah,
Old Navy
at
did
that
this.
point, yeah.
That's a poorly designed shirt.
That's
Yeah.
Come
Shirts
on, man.
need to stay on.
They used to make shirts so good back in the day, and then it's just like
Nothing like they make planes.
No.
Planes are just shit now.
Planes are way worse.
Well,
than
dude,
shirts.
there was that fucking plane in Korea that just didn't take off and like crashed into the wall.
Yeah,
killed like 200 people.
Pretty bad.
That was
that's
another
too bad.
Boeing plane.
Pretty bad stuff.
Boeing.
And that's all
Boeing,
being
dude.
factored into your performance review. That's all.
Boeing's performance.
No. I think you could have saved them. You could have saved everyone.
I could have stopped this.
Yeah.
You gotta
You're so
deflect
right.
harder, dude.
You're so right.
Yeah, you didn't deflect hard enough.
I could have done
more
Yeah.
things are your fault.
That's true.
Yeah.
And it's like we don't want to bring this up right now, but again, if we don't hold your feet to the fire, it's like it's on us.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, somebody's got a lot of fire in
We
their
got
ass,
to
dude.
There's got to be fire on someone.
Somebody's ass has to be on fire right now.
Yeah.
We're
It's
roasting
sure as shit not
somebody.
gonna be us.
So you have a new record coming out.
New record.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
So let's give the people
Sick
a
segue.
backstory of John Marciniak. What are you? Who are you? What do you do? Why do you do it?
I'm a human man.
Nice.
What I do every morning is I wake up
Hell yeah.
and every night I go to bed and I do it just because I never chose to.
It's true.
But I've been
Yeah.
given this opportunity of life.
So
but
what kind of bed is it?
a kind of bed?
Yeah.
I got
Twin, full.
We're
king?
going full these days. A
Full
nice
these
blue,
days, nice
collar,
full-
Yeah.
full size
full bed.
mattress.
Yeah.
So you're like a man of the people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
Dude.
queen,
The people's
a
champ.
queen size is like a white collar type of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mattress.
You're no royalty.
And then king is like you might as well be part of the 1%.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm not
totally,
getting a king.
totally, yeah.
100%.
I've been sleeping on a full these days.
Good.
But
Good.
you know what I'm really upset about is my dryer burnt my comforter.
No.
There's a burn mark on my comforter.
From your
Okay.
dryer?
From my dryer. Can
That's
you
too
believe
dry.
that?
Some would say that's too dry.
I would say that's too dry.
I think that's that's. Are you sure you didn't put it in like a microwave or like an oven scenario?
You
Are
know,
you sure that was a dryer?
I was checking all around the dryer, making sure this wasn't just a really big microwave.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that I did the inspection correctly, and it was a dryer, and it
Damn.
burned my comforter.
That's insane.
I can't believe it.
Did Boeing make the dryer? Is this a Boeing dryer?
It feels like a Boeing dryer.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't see a name on there. It was scratched off.
Shit.
But, maybe we
Oh, they're
can.
covering their tracks.
Yeah, they're covering
They're
their
definitely
tracks,
covering
dude.
their
The
tracks.
conspiracy begins.
These sons of bitches. The dryer industry. I mean, it's turned into a bit of
See,
a
that's the thing
monopoly.
too.
That's
They're
the
not.
problem.
They never burn the king size comforters.
No.
They're burning the
It's just
full
the people's
comforters
dryers.
because they're burning the blue collar guy.
Exactly.
They
know
hate
what
the
they're
blue
doing.
collar man.
They're trying to keep us down. The man.
Trying to keep us down, dude.
That's the man's dryer right
That's why you
there.
got to join a union.
The
That's
dryer
true.
union.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
Because that's how they keep us down, because every time we get back on top, when we get ourselves a new comforter,
Yeah.
it burns us, and we got to get another. We got to spend all.
You
that
gotta-
on
That's how
they keep
another
you broke,
comforter. That's
dude.
how they keep you broke.
Exactly.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
That's what the American dream's a lie, dude. If you have to keep buying comforters,
Really
dog.
makes you think, brother.
It's not a very comforting thought, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, that's rather
It's
discomforting. dude.
it's a discomfortable comforter.
Yeah, it's a discomforter.
It's a discomforter.
Yeah.
This.
What a
comforter.
what a world! What a
dude.
world when you can't even find comfort in your comforter nowadays. That's a shame. That's the America we live in.
I'm not comfortable with my comforter. Anyway, but yeah, we're
Not
working
my
on that new
comforter.
record. You talked
Hell yeah.
about it, and
play ball on all streaming
play ball
platforms.
on
now.
all stream as of yesterday.
Yeah,
When is this getting released?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. This is getting released Tuesday. So as of
the 4th.
4 days ago, if you're listening,
people in
the day it
future.
comes out.
Yeah.
Yes,
But
not for us. We're in the past.
6 new songs on this new record.
Exciting.
Very excited. It's coming out on April 1st. We got a new single, Mr. Cunningham, coming out on March 1st.
I've heard this one.
That
a few
one
times.
I'm really excited for.
Yeah.
And then we got the whole record coming out. And this one we're just really excited about because we did it all ourselves for the first time.
Wow.
And we're just trying to figure out how to do it all ourselves rather than pay someone else to record it for us.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited with how it came out.
Exciting.
So it's going to be a good record, I think.
Hell yeah.
I did do a song with the Weezer riff on it. So I'm really excited about that. It's called Weezer
yeah.
Love.
Weezer love.
Because I use that riff over and over again in the song. And, I didn't realize what I was doing when I wrote it. And I think it's funny, and I think it's
Yeah.
good to release it now.
Yeah. As long as you're like acknowledging the elephant in the room.
Exactly.
As in, like, hey, have I heard this song before? Yes, you have, and I love it too.
Mhm.
You know,
It's a really good riff.
nice. Hell yeah, dude. Well, that's the thing. I think that's art, though. Like, if you're doing stuff like that, it's like here's a direct line to my inspiration that we can all.
But it's almost like not an inspiration if you wrote it without knowing.
Yeah.
It's like accidental.
Parallel
It's
thinking,
like
dude.
Weezer's just buried in your subconscious.
Yeah. But once you
Freaking
do
Buddy
notice it,
Holly.
you have to
Yeah.
you have to stare it in the face.
I mean, Rivers Cuomo is already buried in my subconscious.
It's true.
Yeah,
Again,
of course.
I have
Which
thick
one one's
rimmed
from
black
here?
sunglasses in my soul.
Isn't there one from Buffalo? One of Weezer?
Weezer guys?
That's possible.
I think there's a guy. Yeah, I feel like
One of the
Rivers Cuomo
Weezes?
took a picture in front of Good Bar.
Oh, he did.
I remember that. He
Yeah,
did do
because
that.
like
Came
somebody in Weezer is from
Yeah.
here.
Mhm.
That was,
Yeah,
like,
like their
last
bassist
year.
or something like
Yeah.
that. It was just like, this is where we had one of our. It was like called. It used to be called like Mr. Funkies or something.
Yeah,
like
some
that.
weird
God.
shit.
He said
yeah.
something weird about it.
I'm
Yeah.
looking
Jamie,
at that.
pull that up.
I'll
Where's
fact
Jamie?
check. I'll fact check that.
Oh damn, Jamie!
We're gonna have Jamie pull that
It's the
one up.
first time we've had a reference to Joe Rogan on this.
This is
Yeah,
the
we've
first
never talked
time.
about it.
We've never ever talked about
This,
that.
is Joe Rogan a mom's situation?
He's kind of he's a bit of our
This is
competition.
just gonna be blacked
Oh,
out.
you
so
know
we
what,
beep.
yeah, it's just
No,
got
I'm
a lot
kidding.
of-
Actually, our most viewed clips are from when we were talking shit about Joe Rogan.
And really talking.
We got the
just
most
talking
hate.
Shit.
We got the most hate.
Oh, the most hate from talking shit about Joe Rogan.
Yeah, dude. We
Yeah.
got the Rogies fucking mad.
I mean, Joe Rogan, he just like he knows how to live, you know, and he just
Yeah.
Right.
he just understands a thing or two about fighting in the MMA that you two would never understand.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
That's true.
He has
And
a little
then-
bit more of that context, but
Yeah, but I mean, at the
I
end
don't
of the
know
day,
shit.
too, he's like, I would still farm him for hate. No matter
Yeah,
what.
oh,
Those
for
are
sure.
still the most viewed.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'd be like, well,
If
dude,
it's
see,
getting us
the
paid.
only solution here is that we have to go on Joe Rogan and
It's
figure
true.
this out. You know? That's the only solution.
Yeah,
I
we have
mean,
to.
he's the king.
Yeah.
You gotta
I
go.
want to debate Joe Rogan on
Yes.
the Joe Rogan experience.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah,
get you go into the
raise
Dragons
my
Den.
profile infinitely.
Yeah. Also,
I mean,
Patrick
shit,
Wilson,
man, that
the
might
drummer.
win me a presidency.
It's true. You could be president of a fan club or two.
Yeah,
maybe.
president of the I'm better than Joe Rogan fan club. dude.
Yeah, hell yeah. The
Fuck
Joe,
yeah,
oh
dude.
no, let's
That's a
instead of
good-
the fan club, we gotta
good-
start a hate club.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
specifically
the Joe
getting
Rogan
together,
hate club?
not to hate like any races or anything that would like be overarching. It's like specific people we
It's
hate.
interesting you went there, man.
No, I'm just saying that there are hate groups, and those are bad. We don't like those people.
Yeah. See,
But-
it's always hate groups. It's never hate clubs.
It's a- you gotta
Exactly.
get a club
It's
together.
hard because it is technically a hate group
Yeah.
for all a group of people
Yeah.
that hate Joe Rogan, but
Yes.
it sounds bad when you say it like that. It
You
You
sounds
can't say
illegal.
group.
It's
You,
a branding issue.
you also
That's the
can't
thing.
say hate clan. That's
No,
off the
that's
table. Also,
definitely not.
it's got to be
Definitely not.
club.
I mean, I
No.
feel like
It's gotta be
clan was taken off the table a long,
Yes,
long
long
yes,
time
yes.
ago,
For
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
You can't be a clan anymore.
I'd rather
unless-
be
Could
in
it
a
be a
club than
hate
in a
tribe?
clan.
I think a Tribe Called Quest makes it okay to be tribe.
It's
Yeah, tribe might be cool.
Tribe
But you-
might be cool.
I think you might be like taking some what's it called, stealing some value though. You know what I mean? Because we're not in a tribe. We could have a club. I don't think we can necessarily
like
form
club.
a tribe.
A hate club, Joe
Yeah.
Rogan hate club.
Yeah.
I'm down.
I'm down. I'll start it.
The peoples for hating Joe Rogan.
I'll take minutes at the meetings for the Joe
Yeah,
Rogan
yeah,
hate
yeah,
club
yeah.
if
It's
you
like an
guys need it.
Hi, my name is Brody, and I hate Joe Rogan.
Hi, Brody. Wow.
No, I mean everybody. See, that's the thing too. I feel like we all probably have at some point or another listened to one of those podcasts.
Yeah.
And
We met
then-
listening to Joe Rogan. Well, I was listening to Joe Rogan.
you
back
listened
in
to Joe
the day
Rogan back in the day
with some
with
Duncan Trussell. Yeah,
Mm.
but he's the man. Duncan Trussell's the man.
Oh yeah, everybody likes Duncan Trussell.
Fucking what was that?
His show.
The-
His show was sweet.
What is it called? Midnight Gospel.
Midnight Gospel.
Gospel,
When he
that's
talks- a
incredible.
very sad episode where he talks
Very
to his
sad.
mom.
Very sad.
Oh, that's
Very sad.
Bummer.
Do you know what
Real
we're talking
bit of a
about, or
bummer.
you just saying that?
No, I actually do know what
Okay,
you're talking
yeah.
about. I
Yeah.
saw the
You
episode.
just felt like you were being a little
No,
patronizing.
no,
You're
of
like,
course.
there, yeah, totally.
I'm just trying to, join in. You
No,
know, let's
yeah,
figure
yeah,
the podcast. But no, yeah, I have seen that one. It's really interesting. I love the animation style on it.
Oh, yeah.
and like how what was the one I saw? He was like. It was like a big weird pig that was like getting slaughtered or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like going
yeah.
through the tubes and
That
stuff.
was
They're
so
going through like
weird.
a factory, but
Yeah.
also like the whole concept of that show is so crazy. Where it's like they are taking audio from podcasts that he's done, and then just turning that into like an interview show, like in the show.
Yeah, and
That's-
it's the guy who did Adventure Time, I want to
Yeah.
say,
Oh,
yeah,
who did all
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
animation. Yeah.
Pendleton.
Pendleton.
Could you imagine her name is Pendleton? And then
It
you
sounds
don't become an
fake, dude.
animator? That's I don't
Their
know.
parents loved bicycling so much. They're like, we're
His
naming
brother
our son
Schwinn.
Pendleton. Pendleton and
Schwinn, dude.
Pendleton and Schwinn Ward.
They're my boys.
And then they didn't get into bikes is the biggest travesty of all. They both got into animation, and their parents were really upset about that.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, they were
Sometimes you
supposed
guys got to
be,
carve
yeah.
your own lane.
Yeah.
You got to take your own path.
That's your dream, Dad. That's your dream.
I'll never
I
be
want
a
4
bicyclist.
wheels.
I mean, Pendleton literally does sound like the name of like a fantasy like bear or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like
Bear.
like Winnie the Pooh. Like it feels like
Yeah.
a Winnie the Pooh character would be named Pendleton or something.
Right.
Pendleton
That's
there.
Paddington. I think you're thinking of Paddington.
No, yeah, but I'm saying like I'm thinking Paddington for sure too.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah.
saying though.
He's a bear.
Like just a guy who's really into honey.
Yeah.
Oh, Pendleton
Yeah,
definitely wears
Pendleton.
vests. Definitely wears glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Maybe a top
And then
hat.
Schwinn is
Ooh,
like
top
his
hat.
like devious little brother.
Yeah.
Who always gets into hijinks.
The mischief.
Yeah.
The mischievous
He's
one.
got real angular features to
Yeah,
let you know
yeah,
that he's
yeah.
mischievous.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a sneaky guy.
He's
Sneaky
real
guy.
sneaky.
Oh,
He's
man.
really looking around.
Just watch it. Watch out every time you like enter a new room that there's not like a bucket of water on top of the door that like
Yeah,
falls
those
on
kind
you.
of hijinks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll always tell a
Real
story.
goofy stuff.
On April Fool's Day, my brother Jake, shout out Jake, who
Shout out
also
Jake.
plays with me, and Johnny and the Man Kids tried to April Fool's me
Ooh.
by doing the bucket of water on the door prank. Except it went horribly wrong, and that it didn't tip and pour the water on me. It just fell true
Yeah.
and straight down,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
just
yeah.
gonged me right on the head.
Yep.
You
And
have
it
to have the
hurt
proper
really
like,
bad.
lean on it.
It was not fun after that.
Sound
I feel like
fun.
that's the
Yeah.
thing too about like that prank is like it always looks so good, but like nobody's opening the door like that carefully
Right.
usually.
No,
Right.
yeah.
So usually just
Just-
gonna go straight. There's no like process to like.
No.
It's always like just falls.
Yeah. You
There
need
was-
more of like a pulley Rube Goldberg sort of system if you're gonna like.
I don't know if I've
actually get
ever
the
like
water.
seen that successfully done in real
No.
life.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy too is what they could have done is we have bunk beds in our room, so they could have gone from the top bunk and then just like done it themselves, but no,
Yeah.
they had to put it on the door,
Yeah.
Right.
and then it hurt my head, and I had
Tom
a
and
goosebump
Jerry
on my
stuff.
head.
Oh, you
So-
got it went like whoop.
I
Like
had
you
a
had like a
big
little
like
raise.
Tom and Jerry, dude.
Exactly like Tom and Jerry.
That's so funny.
Oh my god, you're a real.
Did you get all angry and have smoke come out of your
Yeah,
ears and stuff?
absolutely.
Yeah, your face get all
That's what
red.
happened.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then my brother Joe came over with a hammer and just boom, 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 and it
Yeah.
just went down.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right,
yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
right back into my head, and then I just had the stars going around.
And then you had to wear
The
like a
birds.
10-gallon cowboy hat the whole week
Exactly.
because
Yeah,
like you just
exactly,
didn't want to like.
I wore I wore a baseball hat, but then I had to take it off because it's just like the thing.
Yeah, that's
Right,
just raised.
right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. Like we got to shift into a deeper hat. We need a thicker depth to this hat because it's just like it looks so weird with just like a baseball hat on top of a bump.
Why do you think they decided on 10 gallons? Why not more? Why not
Maybe
less?
5 gallons didn't seem like enough.
5
It's like
gallons is not
10
enough.
gallons.
because like a
hat.
5 maybe would a 5-gallon hat be like a bowler hat? Like that's like
Oh.
it's not as like pronounced, but it still has.
I wonder.
the-
Yeah, I don't know.
Because
I feel like
of-
10-gallon just sounds better.
Yeah,
I
10
feel like it's
gallon
probably
does
more of
sound
like a
good.
phonetic
for sure.
thing.
I like a bowler hat because maybe a bowler hat is half of a 10-gallon hat. Maybe it's 5 gallons, and maybe a bowling ball is
Right.
5 gallons.
Do they
That's
call
why
it? Do
call
they
it
call
bowler
it?
hat.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Where's the conversion
I
rate?
never
here?
knew that because I didn't know that bowling like existed when those were around.
What? Nah, bowling seems like an old.
Those are
shit.
an old hat, dude. That hat's from the 1800s.
Well, that's what I mean, though.
Well,
It's like
bowling meant
is-
something else back in those days.
Oh, yeah.
Bowling
was
is
a
like
guy who made bowls.
exactly
Oh,
a bowler was a guy
interesting.
that crafted bowls. It was a very dangerous
And if
job.
you think
back
about
then.
it, a bowl upside down is that not a hat?
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
It was used to show.
It's a bowling hat.
Yeah,
A bowler hat.
he could forge a bowl in that hat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He could shape
whenever
it
he
that way.
needed.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you ever needed an emergency bowl,
Yeah,
you just turn that hat over and then.
because
It's a
the world
bowl.
needs more ceramic hats. I think that's the issue here. Is that
Well,
we're not
but-
making hats hard enough.
Well, you never
Like
know.
we had to move
dude.
away from bowling because
Like,
like,
what if
cloth
you're
is
in
not
the
really a
woods
bowl
and
material.
You need to make like you get lost in your car and breaks down,
Right.
and you have to go survive in the winter.
And all you
like,
have is
how
a
else are you
bowler
gonna
hat?
eat your cereal, dude?
Absolutely.
Dude,
You
the
know what
amount of
I'm saying,
times that
dude?
My
I've been
bowler's hat.
in the woods
Yeah.
with a bowler hat and my car breaks
Yeah,
down.
and your Lucky Charms, dude.
Dude,
your
that's
survival
yeah.
Lucky Charms, dude. You got to go catch the leprechaun in the woods. You have to kill the leprechaun in the woods.
Man, he's wearing a bowler hat
to survive. Somebody's got to have these Lucky Charms. Dude.
That's true.
That's dude. Because aren't they always trying to steal the Lucky Charms from the little leprechaun guy?
Yeah.
And then that'd be a funny commercial. They they get like they're lost in the woods.
They like get them in like a snare.
Like, where is this? Yeah, it's like apocalyptic almost.
That's really scary.
Yeah, they trap the Lucky Charms leprechaun in a bear trap.
They have a series of horror themed commercials.
Horror themed, terrifying.
Maybe during Halloween.
Yeah.
All the blueberries and the Count.
Yeah, he starts crying and he's like, it's at the end of the rainbow.
This is the end of his rainbow, dude.
That's the end of his rainbow
here, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no, that could be it's like a campaign where all the cereal mascots are like they have to form like a league, like a Justice League to save the Lucky Charms leprechaun from
he steps on the bear trap and like one of the kids like looks like these are your unlucky charms, dude.
Ooh.
Fucking hard hitting.
Not really your lucky day, buddy.
That's gonna sting worse than the bear trap.
And then they shut the trunk of the car.
Yeah,
because they're stealing him.
Like Pulp Fiction, dude. Or like Reservoir Dogs or whatever.
We should have fucking shotguns, dude. Oh my god.
Oh, silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. Have y'all tried tricks since you became adults? Because it's not a lot.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I've moved away from tricks as my old age.
It's actually poison. Yeah.
And they actually that's the secret that a lot of people don't know is after you turn 18, tricks becomes very similar in compounds to like a poison.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
You develop like this
it's age activated cyanide.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It can tell your taste buds know.
Yeah, it's about like the hormone levels in your mouth or whatever.
Yeah.
That activate.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's why they say you shouldn't eat them if you're doing like a steroid cycle or like. You can't have them if you're doing like albuterol. Like
So
asthmatics can't have tricks either because it's a steroid.
Right,
exactly. So it throws off the natural order.
Yeah.
That's why you got to do Cinnamon Toast Crunch instead.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the opposite.
Those are fine.
Those are the adult cereal. That's an adult cereal for sure. Cocoa Puffs for children. For sure.
Exactly.
You're going to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs at like 35? What are you, a child?
Yeah.
You can't go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs past a certain age.
No.
That's
there's another. I could think of some dark commercials for Cocoa Puffs too. That bird gets lobotomized.
Yeah.
Oh, cuckoo for Cocoa
It's just
Puffs.
It's just One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, but it's with the
One Flew Over the Cocoa Puffs nest.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but he's a bird.
He's played by Jack
He's got
Nicholson.
a nest because he's got a nest. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
One Flew Over the Cocoa Nest.
There's a Bowie right here. In case anybody can't see it on the camera.
There is a Bowie. Bowie's actually the podcast mascot.
Bowie,
she's the soup in the bird soup. We're the birds. She's the soup.
She's just so beautiful. I tell you what, it's crazy just seeing her now. It's crazy seeing Bowie so grown up. I was saying it before.
She can't have cereal anymore. She's an adult.
She's a full grown adult.
No tricks, man.
No tricks for Bowie.
She's 2 going on 3, dude. She's in her prime right now.
Damn.
They grow up so fast.
They grow up so fast, and they're still a bitch. But we love her. We love her.
Hey, that's okay.
She's real. That's the thing.
A contentious relationship between you and Bowie?
Oh, we go back and forth. She was laying on me earlier.
That's how roommates really
are.
Yeah.
She's a roommate, She always clogging the bathroom toilet.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Hanging out in the bathroom forever, keeping the door closed, running the shower forever.
It's a bitch getting her dry. She really is not she doesn't like the water.
Well, I'll tell you what.
She craves the water.
Let me tell you, I love the way Bowie walks. Did you see that, by the way?
She plops. She doesn't walk. She plops.
She's a waddle to her. She's got a certain swagger.
Very jolly.
She just walks around like she owns the place.
She really does. I'm gonna have her start paying rent soon.
Yeah.
We're working on a deal. She's still looking for a job.
You just gotta start her an Instagram account.
I do, honestly.
Important.
But then it's almost like I'm working. You know what I mean? Like I'm the camera guy.
Yeah, well, you work.
She doesn't
for
even
her.
pay me. Yeah, I'm an intern.
I mean, her image is worth more than
That's true.
anything you could.
It's
offer.
more like you're their manager and they're the talent. If you think about it like that, then maybe it'll be.
I want my 10%.
You get your 10%, and you're lucky to get that 10%. Because quite frankly, Bowie's a star.
She fell in my lap. That's the thing. I saw her performing at an open mic one night, and I was like, I gotta get her to fucking the big leagues, dude.
The marvelous Miss Bowie.
She is. She's so good, dude. Once she starts hanging out with Lenny Bruce and getting in trouble, that'll be the day.
Mm-hmm.
She's one of the great orators of our time. Just people don't know it yet. You know.
One of the great
orators.
Now,
Yeah.
how old
you
is,
said orator.
Now, how old is Bowie in cat years? I hope not close to 27. Because I'm not close. I'm close to 27. I might be joining the 27 club soon.
You're gonna have to get her off that
right.
opium, dude.
Yeah, I mean, we're weaning her off.
Weaning her off.
Yeah. We're gonna get her into cigarettes.
Yeah.
To try and keep
keep the edge off.
Turn the edge.
I've heard that's good for cats. Dogs won't bite on that, but cats will do that.
Right.
No.
Dude, cats they act like they're French anyways. Pissed off at the world. You know, they're artist types. They're like, they have to maintain their image.
And it's like, at the end of the day, what are you so particular about? You know, it's not like you even wear clothes or anything.
No.
You're just walking around naked all day.
Yeah.
100%.
And then you gotta look at me all funny because I got you a different kind of food than you're used to.
Go shit in your box, dude. Fucking
It's
get
like,
off
I
my
don't
cake.
even know. They're like, there's just a little bit too much poop in my box. So I'm gonna just shit on the floor. And it's just like,
Yeah. And also, she keeps like she's scooping the litter out of the box. Like she doesn't know that it's supposed to be in there.
That's
and I'm
fucking,
like, what? Okay, you don't
rough.
need to. This is why I think she's in her teenage years. I don't think she's by 27 because she is at the point where
she's
it's
going
like,
out at night.
Yeah.
Not making
she's
curfew.
not making calls.
Rebellious.
She's not calling me
Hooking
back.
up
I'm
with
getting
boys.
worried sick.
Hooking up with those street cats. Those no good street cats.
They get into
hearing
trouble.
that door open real late at night.
Yeah.
And you're sitting right here.
Yeah.
You turn this little lamp on as Bowie comes walking.
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Where have you been? They skeet her off. They just
like,
get
I
on
hate
it.
you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
unbelievable.
She runs right upstairs. Just acts like I don't do anything.
I
for
mean,
her,
She calls
know
you a
what I mean?
A
fascist.
real diva.
it's
A
crazy.
real diva.
But she'll learn. He's just a face. That's
Oh,
the
they
thing.
always do.
They always learn.
She'll lean back on
How
you.
many in 1 year? How many cat years is that? Do we have a barometer on that? Because
Well,
dog
they
years
live
is 7,
to like
right?
20, so it's
Yeah.
probably like 4 years or something.
4 years. Okay.
4
Like
years per
compared
cat
to 4-ish years. yeah.
Okay. So maybe she's in middle school. That can be the move.
Yeah. She's
She's
hormonal.
Yeah, she's getting all antsy because I took her ovaries out. I don't know if I did it.
That's kind of messed up, dude.
That's
Yeah.
pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
As
But
your
at the same-
as
That
her-
sounds
as
a little
his manager?
misogynistic,
It's
to
pretty
be
bad.
honest, dude.
It's pretty bad. I had to do it though.
Gave
She
her a
was getting all
hysterectomy,
crazy.
dude. That's crazy.
That's
Well, what-
unbelievable. This is you're a bad manager, you know that?
I'm just doing what's
Can't
best
believe
for
you're
the
just
company.
talking about this on air, dude.
We got him.
I'm sorry. This is an unfortunate truth that you kind of have to go through once you start.
One might even call it inconvenient.
It's an inconvenient truth for sure.
That's what.
Brody's actually
That's what that
causing
movie
global
is
warming.
about.
That's for sure. She doesn't know it yet, but she is one of the sole causes of global warming.
Yeah,
Her and all the cigarettes she smokes, just
Literally.
polluting the atmosphere.
literally.
Literally, widowy.
What do we, dude?
No, I am a little bit allergic to cats,
Yeah.
and I'm starting to feel it now.
Do you wanna? I have some drugs.
No, I don't
need
need any drugs. I go drug free when it comes to cats because I had
Yeah.
that perforated ulcer. Fun fact:
what, like Benadryl?
Nardwar, if you're listening, write this one down.
Nardwar.
I had a perforated ulcer
Yeah.
in the past, and so I can't really take anything, and so I can't like anytime I'm sick or anything like that. I just raw.
Raw dog it.
Just live
That's
life.
Forget about it.
But,
No
like,
ibuprofen. No
What-
nothing.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened from that? Like how was it because of drugs?
It was because
Or was it?
because of a certain bacteria. There's like just one specific bacteria that causes this your stomach line to deteriorate in this certain way, and usually it just like accumulates naturally over many years, and once you get to like 65, that's when you have the ulcer. But for whatever reason in my body, it accumulated very fast, and the doctor isn't really sure why.
Yeah. Oh, shit, yeah.
They're like, you're just so advanced.
That always sucks when the doctor's like, I don't fucking know.
They're like, I'm not sure why you're not 65
Yeah,
in here
yeah.
right now for this.
They're like, these numbers are terrible.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
What the- they
You're
come
running
in
it up.
and they're like, I
They're
don't
like-
think. Wait, this can't be you.
Wait,
they're
this
like
is
looking
Joe?
at the
Hold
chart and
on.
they're like, wait.
They're like, just be careful next time, I guess. And I'm like,
You're like, you look great for 65, dude.
Stay away from bacteria. In
Well,
the
dude, I
future
know.
if you
I know.
can.
Like, I used to take Motrin a lot. I don't know if I ever like officially had an ulcer, but I try to take like ibuprofen less now because it like
Yeah.
it's supposed to fuck your stomach up.
Yeah,
not
man.
good for your lining.
Yeah.
Not good for your lining at all.
I mean, it is like it's so weird that it's like been what maybe the past like 200 years. That like all the. I'm not saying like ibuprofen's like snake oil, but it's one of those things where you're just like, we have this.
The
thing.
problem is it definitely works.
Yeah.
The thing is just everything has side effects.
Of course.
My thing is though too. It's like I don't really usually have stomach issues unless I'm like hungover or whatever. But like I would just take a lot of like over the counter painkillers because I would always have like fucking headaches all the time, migraines and headaches and shit.
Yeah.
That's when the problem starts, when you're taking them over and over.
Yeah.
You don't want to take them over and over.
No.
You can't accumulate it.
Once in a while. That's when it really
Well, I don't. Yeah, I tried to do it less now, like you're saying.
Yeah.
I try to only do it if it's like absolutely necessary.
For sure.
But that's crazy.
If you get like a big bump on your head, like if like there's a cartoon bump that appears,
if somebody
then
drops
it's like, well,
a
then you
bucket on
take
my
drugs.
head,
Yeah.
rid of that.
If you get the bucket head, then that's when you take the pills. For sure.
Buckethead. Speaking of Buckethead, now there's a guitar player. Are you familiar at all?
The name is familiar. I
don't know. I haven't caught up on them
his
since
name
I was
is-
10 years old, but their name is Buckethead. They'll wear a KFC bucket on their head
yeah?
as they play on stage. But yeah, any OG guitar player knows about this guy. He rips. He rips a guitar. He's really good.
What was the era? Like, was it 2000s?
I want to say it was
90s?
early 2000s. Yeah,
Yeah.
like 2004 to like 2008 type vibe.
Okay.
Well, maybe earlier than that. Probably like maybe even 90s to early 2000s.
Yeah.
I'm
Was
not
this like
entirely
Butthole
sure.
Surfers time?
I want to
Like-
say
It was like the absurdist rock.
Yeah, I
craziness.
know. Like I can see like sort of like VHS footage of
Yes.
Buckethead on stage.
Yeah.
So like it could be like late 90s, early 2000s. Is
Okay.
what I'm feeling on.
Yeah,
that.
like the bootleg shows.
Exactly.
Yeah. Probably New York, some New York City vibes.
Oh yeah, NYC. I'm ready. Excuse me.
You're good.
Is that rude? Do people get upset
What, to burp?
to burp on my? Have
No,
you
I
seen
think
comments?
that's honestly, this is the podcast where we encourage it. We kind of want the realness, we want the rawness.
Gotcha.
We don't cut anything, you know what I mean? Unless it's like some shit that like you confess to a murder or something.
Gotcha.
We'll cut that out. We'll conceal your identity if we need to.
The
We'll put a
Fifth
voice
Amendment,
changer
my
on
Fifth
you.
Amendment rights will be protected
Yeah,
if I
Upon
perjure
request.
myself.
We won't do it for you, but like if you step in some hot water, we'll be like, all right, let's
That's really nice of you
let's
guys.
take it like besides that.
What happened?
He burped on Mike and he was discussing the.
Have you guys got any hate comments yet? That was what I was going to
Yeah,
ask.
we have it. We
We-
did
oh,
on
yeah.
the Joe Rogan
We've
stuff.
talked
We got a
enough
ton of
shit.
hate
Oh,
comments.
yeah, we
To
were
where-
I
talking
could,
about
I
that.
could probably just pull
What's
them
the
up.
meanest one
yeah.
you've gotten? What's the one that really, like...
Oh,
No,
yeah,
dude,
no,
none
you
of them-
gotta-
none of them really
you gotta
bothered
go through
me.
'em.
I love looking up hate comments.
They're fantastic.
Okay, I got one right here from Snipey McSniper.
Right.
I've seen VHS tapes with better video quality than this
Exactly.
crap.
Yep.
That was on one where we were
that
making fun
real?
of Joe Rogan. Yeah, I'm reading it right off our
Yeah,
YouTube
yeah,
studio.
it's on our thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out,
There's
Snipey
good ones
McSniper.
too, though. There's good ones too.
Yeah.
I got to see what our comments are on. We got one that said, "This is so funny."
Nice. That's a good one.
This is amazing. LOL. I can view all comments here.
Perfect.
Oh, that's nice. People love your guys' stuff, too.
Yeah.
And I mean, the haters is what establishes
Dude,
you guys.
the haters are my motivators.
I
kinda
love
what-
that
they're what
energy
keep me
from you,
going,
my guy.
dude.
I'm going to need to
Always.
dap you up for
Dude,
that one, my
100%.
guy.
What was going on? I'm trying to read.
My haters are my motivators, dude.
Oh,
Yeah, you
fucking
said
hell
it again.
yeah,
I'm going to
dude.
have to dap you up for that the second time, my guy. Let's go.
Dude, you gotta kind of turn
all right.
a negative to a positive.
David Hartnett 3856 or 36
Shout out to you.
says it reeks of soy.
Yeah, we're soy as
I think
shit.
that was on the same Joe Rogan video.
Oh, for sure.
That's so funny.
We're soy boys.
Have you ever had soy in your life? I've never had soy.
I
in
don't
my
think
life.
so. I've had tofu.
I've had, like,
Is
soy
tofu the same
sauce.
thing?
Soy sauce? I don't think that
yeah.
counts, though. That's just like Asian cuisine. Everyone's
Yeah,
had
yeah.
soy sauce.
Okay, yeah, I haven't had like straight up soy.
I'm sure they're talking about
They're just
tofu.
calling us like bitches because we were shitting on
Yeah.
Joe Rogan.
As we do.
Nathan Psalm 991 says, "You people are just as smart as my 4-year-old son."
Right.
My God, who watches this crap?
Classic.
That's so good. I love that. Your
Yeah.
4-year-old son must
Dude.
be really smart because
Yeah.
you guys are pretty smart.
Yeah,
We do
dude,
it. We do what we can.
Dude, and a lot of these too, where we had like somebody call in who's like very like tapped into politics. and
Yeah,
we were just
yeah,
talking
yeah, yeah.
about like the Joe Rogan effect on all the election and like what the
That's
election
what
was going to
most of
look
these
like.
are, yeah.
Yeah, and they're mostly on that one. Mr. Berserker Freak Mr. Berserker Freak
Mr.
says,
double Mr.
Kamala couldn't convince a baby to go to bed.
True.
Literally the worst speaker I've ever heard. Genuinely so bad.
Yeah.
Laughing face, laughing face, laughing face, laughing face, laughing
Also,
face, laughing face.
can we go through that?
Also, convincing a baby to go to bed
That's
is
what I'm
not
saying.
easy.
And also, it's as if you guys are like, you speak for Kamala
Yeah,
Harris.
100%.
Why are they trash talking Kamala Harris?
Oh yeah, no, it's almost funny because a lot of these comments it turns into like them arguing about something that they brought up themselves and that have nothing to do with the clip other than we said someone's name.
Exactly.
And then it's just like, well, we're not dying on that hill really either.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing too. It's like we were talking about like that was like a relatively like pretty like. We were pretty much in agreement with like what everybody was saying.
Yeah.
Like the election was we weren't being dumb.
Yeah.
Like, we weren't like doing. Like,
And it was very analytical based on like
being,
evidence
like, polling and like we were talking about like we were doing like a whole preview episode, and then it's like so like Venom MZX Twaski says 9 brain cells in the entire room.
Yeah, 9 brain cells.
And then Amanda.
That's a lot.
Is he wrong?
So the problem is one of us has 5, one of us has 4.
Yeah,
exactly.
Who does he think is smarter?
Who's who?
Or maybe we split the half
We
brain
split
cell.
with 4.5 apiece.
Yeah. The half brain cell. I love.
I also want to go back to convincing a baby to go to sleep.
Yeah,
Like you
something
don't rock a baby to sleep. You have to like reason with
you
the
have to,
baby.
like, argue, like,
listen,
debating.
it's
I
late,
think it's a
dude.
great idea for you to go to sleep because tomorrow is a beautiful new day.
Listen, we got a lot of activities tomorrow. You're gonna want to be well rested. You're gonna want to like be on your game for like playtime. It's like you can't have playtime when you're tired. Then it's not play anymore. It's work. You can't make your play work.
I think the problem was in that episode we called. I think our guest said this, but we agreed with the sentiment where he said that all Joe Rogan fans were mindless idiots who agree with whatever guest is put in front of them.
100%.
Because we were saying that Kamala should have done it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because if she
Kamala
did it,
Joe Rogan,
if she did it, she would have done it second.
Yeah.
So she would have just been in everybody's mind as like the last person to do Joe Rogan, and she probably would have maybe done better. Probably not won.
Yeah. No.
She got smashed so hard.
No.
But then Amanda Flesher, which is a rare conservative woman here.
Wow.
Who says, interesting take on a much more successful man than any of you will become.
Right.
Harris lost because she was an empty vessel of DEI.
True.
A war hawk to a woman, if ever there was one.
War hawk
She literally
Tuah?
said that. She said war hawk Tuah. Coined by Amanda Flesher.
That's kind of
That's
awesome.
wild.
That's a good line.
I feel like some people just gotta log off the internet.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
So
dude.
here's the thing. From my perspective, I'm sitting here. I am never on my phone. I deleted my Twitter a long time ago.
Smart.
I'm never on social media in any way, shape, or form.
That is the
I
move.
don't understand what half of those words mean.
No,
you know,
but-
it's just like they're getting
Oh,
really
you're out,
upset.
yeah, you're out on the meme.
It's just like none of that is. It's all internet stuff you're
Yeah,
talking about.
100%.
It's not real.
I was gonna say, do you know the Hawk Tuah lore? Do you know what?
Hawk Tuah. I know that there was a girl who was interviewed.
Yes.
And then she said Hawk Tuah. I
To
don't,
spit on that thing.
To spit on that thing.
Yeah.
I know she started her podcast and people were pretty upset
Yes,
about
Talk
that.
Tuah.
Talk Tuah. But
people-
I'm proud of her for
Yeah,
that.
honestly,
Personally.
yeah.
I think the most notable
that spark
recent
and run with
lore
it.
is that she did a pump and dump crypto scam.
She did. Yeah. Hawk
Yeah,
Tuah
for
coin.
Hawk Tuah coin.
Yeah.
And so she scammed her fans for like millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
$15 million or
Pretty
something.
pretty
like that.
sick.
15 million she scammed
She's
them?
taking her bag, dude.
And
I'm
people,
proud
the
of her.
funniest part
Yeah.
about that
Yeah,
when people
yeah.
were like, I put my life savings because I believed in Hawk Tuah coin.
Yeah, dude.
So they're on spec just investing in Hawk Tuah coin.
Yeah.
And she just rug pulled it and
Yeah.
Here's the thing. How are you going to put all of your money in Hawk Tuah coin?
Yeah.
nuts.
She was famous for 2 minutes. She was famous because she went on an internet, and you're like, this
Drunk on
one's
the
going to
streets of, like,
start something
Nashville.
that you can invest
Yeah.
in, and you're going to give
Yeah,
her
yeah.
thousands of your dollars?
It's fucking nuts.
That's
unbelievable.
But yeah, that's their most. And then so I don't think she's done the podcast since.
No, she's doing it.
just-
It's a weekly
oh, she's
podcast.
back
Is
now?
she still doing the podcast?
Oh,
I think.
no, she took a hiatus.
Or she took it because of the
whole
pump
crypto
and dump?
scam thing.
Oh
Yeah.
my
I'm
god.
really
hasn't-
proud of her.
Yeah, no, I mean,
We gotta
dude,
get her on the podcast.
I'm
I'm
Get paid, yeah.
How on earth
We
did
gotta
she
start a
convince
crypto
these people?
scam,
We
dude.
do have
How
to
did
start
she
a
convince
crypto
these
scam.
people to give them their money? Because it's like there's so many. Like you gotta think about like how, if they bought this crypto from like crypto.com or whatever, they
Yes.
had to like click so many like confirm you want to add
Yeah.
$20,000 to your account. Yes.
Yeah.
Confirm you want to buy $20,000.
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to buy $20,000? And they
fucking
clicked
nuts.
yes every step along the way. They deserve to lose all
Yeah,
their
well,
money.
Because it is fucking nuts too. Because there's no investor who's like, yeah, you know what? Take one investment, put all of your money in.
Yeah, 100%.
Nobody even if you believe in all that bullshit. Which crypto is just generally scammy.
Oh, it doesn't work. It's never going to work.
But like,
rule one of investing is if like a very southern-based dick-sucking woman, if she creates a product you can invest in,
so
we don't even know. We don't even know if she spits on that thing.
No,
she just says it, and
could
it's
be like a stolen
valor
valor situation.
Yeah,
she said that you got a hawk to a spit on that thing.
Right.
She didn't say that she wouldn't necessarily do
She
it.
might be
she's kind of an oracle,
a virgin.
you know?
It sounds like something a virgin would say.
It's true. Yeah.
Who even? Maybe her name isn't even Haley Welch. I don't even know this.
We don't even know.
Anymore.
No. This is all.
Well, she definitely
welches,
welches, if you know what I mean, dude.
She
welches on her investments, dog.
Dude.
Oh,
come on.
Dude. You fucking feel me, dog?
I feel that one. Damn, that was so fresh.
Man, but if I could have a moment like that, just one clip that's just like now everyone
it's
knows
just
who you
instead
are.
of her.
Yeah,
You're trying to get all these men on the street interviews. You're just trying to recreate her minute.
You're just doing hawk to it.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the question is. You just start going up
Hawk to it, spit on that thing. Hawk to it, spit on that thing.
To everybody that you see.
Hey, what's your favorite pizza topping? Hawk to it, spit on that thing.
You got to hawk to a spit on that thing, dude.
Yeah, get it.
It's like, okay.
You're like looking at the camera. That's the strategy, dude. We just got to debase yourself to get famous.
100%.
That's what we need in Buffalo. We need more men on the street interviews to make our people famous.
100%.
That's what I feel like Buffalo is missing.
That's what Buffalo needs.
Is we need more influencers doing on the street.
Yeah, honestly, dude. Where's the influencer fucking funds?
Oh my god.
We need to support our industry.
Yeah.
We need more Buffalo food sluts.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
That's it. That's all we're looking
excellent
for.
contributions to our culture.
I feel like, honestly, a lot of people like to talk trash about Buffalo food slut, but I respect the hustle because it's like truly at the end of the day, all the Buffalo food slut wants to do is going around and get some free food.
No, I know, dude. I totally
some food.
It is what it is. But I feel like it's just so like.
I'm looking at it analytically.
I just like if you look at like people who are doing like the influencer thing in Buffalo,
it's
they're
crazy.
They're just like, man, I found this new vibey restaurant.
Yeah,
it's like every single restaurant that has been previewed in 2024 was vibey and atmospheric.
Yeah, dude.
And the food was delicious.
They got
food is
good.
Yeah, this food
they got Edison Balls, the food is good.
This food tastes good.
That's what
happened.
And it's vibey and atmospheric. And it's like, dude, you're saying nothing, dude.
Yeah.
This new restaurant with those scripts, neon signs, is such a vibe. And the food is so good.
And they got a photo wall where you can capture your moment.
Yeah, exactly. And it's
perfect.
like, dude, it's like if you're gonna call yourself Buffalo Food Slut, like, why is there not more innuendo going on? Why don't you have more of a character?
She's
man?
not. Why
don't you hawk to a spit on that thing, dude?
She's not hawk to a spitting on nothing.
You should really have her
Buffalo Food Slut wants to come on here and talk about it.
You gotta
could totally
talk to her
come on
about
here.
it.
Could just cold message her, dude.
Honestly, you should.
Just see what's going on.
We gotta put our money where our mouths are.
We gotta taste that food. We gotta feel those vibey rooms.
But it reminds me of,
and honestly, I'm not even really talking about her specifically.
I'm talking. It brings to mind. There's a TikTok food reviewer, and I can't remember his name, but he's like one of those like mindset grindset guys who like wears a suit and is like an investor guy. Yeah. And he'll go like review new like fast food items.
Oh, I know.
And all he'll say is like, "Yeah, this is pretty good." That's all he'll say about it.
That's all you need,
which I respect. Honestly, I've not really seen many of her recent things. Like, she might be better at it and might be doing more of, like, her food sledding.
Yeah.
But, like, there are people, like, like, Step Out Buffalo will do videos. And every single video that Step Out Buffalo does is, like, so vibey. Like, so vibey. And it's like, dude, it's like, okay.
I'll tell you what, I work at Zio's Deli in Buffalo. Shout out Zio's Deli. And Zio's Deli has a little bit of beef with Step Out.
Okay, let's hear it.
It was just because they did a video on us, a little chopped beef with them. And it's only because they did a video on us and they called our bro sandwich, our meatball sub, they called it the boss sandwich. And so people come in all the time. Exactly. So people come in all the time and being like, can I get the boss? And we're like, that's the bro, actually.
And it works. It gets people to watch your stuff. But I feel like there's just why can't we have, like when I did that video with like Jake at fucking Extra Extra.
Yeah.
It's like there's no room to like actually have like a sit down with like the actual owner and like do something.
Nah.
We went there and we did a video
That would
for
take
Extra
time and
Extra.
effort. We don't want
and we
we
had
can't do all
comedians
that.
like cooking pizza with them. And it was like a fun, like there's like
Yeah.
more of a story than, but everything is just like, you know, I sound like
No.
a fucking boomer, but like
You
you know, everything
are.
is just like fucking like like vibey, like 30 seconds. There's no like narrative to it.
Yeah.
It's like
Let
if
me
you
just-
actually had like a camera in there and
We don't
it's
got
like
time.
Just a quick pan of the cell phone camera and
yeah,
then cut
it's
to
all
something
like
A little
else.
point five.
there's nobody like actually having like. There's a lot of places that are cool. A lot of like
Yeah.
a lot of chefs are cool. And if you're Buffalo Food Site, you can get them on there and like have like a little bit of like a crass talk or whatever.
Right.
Like, why are we doing all this like weird like fucking
Yeah.
like, you know, castrated branding? It's fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
It's just it's the corporatization of
Well, you know me, I'm a
food,
big
you know?
Bourdain guy. It's like, why
Yeah.
can't we have somebody like that?
No.
Why can't we have
Huge
somebody just
Bourdain
fucking chilling
See,
in there,
the
fucking
problem
eating
is
with the people?
Everything you want is going to take more time and effort than
Yeah.
anyone wants to put in.
Yeah, that's
and it's,
true.
And it's not
going to be
come
less
with results.
successful than Buffalo. Food
That's the
Site.
thing. Is like you need the snappy. Like people have 4 seconds to watch your video. You need
I
to
don't
call
know,
it
man.
vibey.
I do think
You gotta
on
have
some
the
level,
script neon sign.
it's like an underserved market to like have more
yeah.
in-depth looks at places.
yeah.
So like, I don't know how many times I can see. Never have I seen a place get called vibey and wanted to go.
No, it's a tough.
I either
it's
want
a
a
tough
personal
world.
recommendation or like
Yeah.
to have seen like something more, like more detail, like somebody I trust.
See, we have to open our
Like
own
if
restaurant.
everything
That's the
everything
thing.
is good, that it's like I don't trust it.
Yeah.
You should, like yeah.
You need to have
man.
criticism.
Yeah,
in
100%.
any way. But I
Yeah.
don't know. We
And-
should open our own restaurant. We have the.
We should
have the
open our
tools.
own. We should have John go around and talk shit about restaurants.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll do it.
We should have him. Yeah.
Man on the street.
I'll be the Dave Portnoy of the Birdseed podcast.
yeah. See, that's why it's so
That's
fucking
perfect.
fun. Yeah,
The
you're
one
our man
book
on the
by
scene,
reviews.
dude.
Our bird on the street.
What's going on? Where are we, Frankie? Frankie, where are we?
You
Frank,
all
yeah.
never know where you are.
Classic.
Just confused.
We're Lenovo Pizza right now, Frankie. One bite, everybody knows the rules.
You're going to tell me that would not kill in Buffalo?
that would be
I think that would
fantastic.
There's a
absolutely
whole
kill.
market for that, and
going on?
nobody
cheese pull,
does
you
it.
gotta have a cheese pull.
Gotta have
Nobody
the
does it
cheese
fun.
pull.
Nobody does that kind of shit. It's all just
100%.
There is actually a food reviewer that I do absolutely mess with. I haven't watched his videos in a second. He's a pizza reviewer, and he goes around mostly in like the outer towns and reviews a bunch of different pizza places.
Yeah.
But I love the way he says pepperoni. He says pepperons.
Pepperons?
He goes, all right. I like the pepperons on this one. I love the way he says pepperons.
yeah, dude.
And then, and then he'll check out the undercarriage. He'll be like, let me look at the undercarriage.
Yeah.
I love his. I can't
like a-
remember.
like a
I'm
cat.
sorry. If you know who you are, please comment because I know who you are and I've seen.
Is
so
this a
many
Buffalo
videos.
guy?
It's a Buffalo guy. He only reviews Buffalo pizzas.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's sick.
He's going
really
out to
good.
Carbones to
He's-
look at the pepperons.
Exactly. He's
The
going to
bones.
mustachios
The
to look at
pepperons.
the pepperons.
Moron.
What we got here?
I
Pizza
wish-
place?
I really wish I was Italian. You ever wish you were
man.
just like
I am
really
Italian.
He's
Italian?
Ita-
You are
he can
Italian?
do
I'm
the
mostly
voice.
Italian.
Ah, good for you.
We got a.
pepperon.
I don't even know what a Polish accent sounds like.
Polish. This is my impression of a Polish accent. But my girl, I always do the impression.
So what
of
are
my
you?
girl.
What are
Polish man.
you? You're Polish.
I'm
and-
like 100% Polish.
like pretty
is
much
what-
all Polish.
Yeah, that's what my parents told me. I think we're like a little bit like Russian, is what
Yeah.
they told us. They
You
did
definitely
like.
got the Eastern European look in pretty much your whole family.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, It was definitely
Bunch
like.
of whites.
Oh yeah.
Bunch of good old whites.
Bunch of pasties out here, dude.
Exactly. We do great up in the mountains and not.
You're
down
built
in
for
the sun.
Buffalo, dude.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You've
Dude.
been bred for Buffalo since Serbia, dude.
Oh yeah.
The snow is actually one of my siblings.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
At least he controls the snow. He turns it on and off.
That does sound like an old myth, where it's like like your whole town was like grew out of the snow.
Yeah.
Oh,
In like rural Poland,
Yeah.
you're like, yeah.
I think my whole family does stem from one specific town. There's like a town in Poland that is like, it's called like Marciniak town.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's just like where
That's
my family's from.
interesting.
I gotta figure it out though.
It's always
Yeah.
interesting. Well, dude, my name, like, so I'm like Irish and Italian. My last name just means Welsh in
Yeah.
Irish.
Right.
So it's like I don't know how to track this.
And
It's
your
like,
first
that's
name
it.
is an Irish last name.
Yeah, that is true.
Boom.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
But yeah, yeah.
How
I
is
don't
it
know.
being Italian, though, in this climate?
It's a good time.
In the Jersey Shore
I
climate?
like Italian food.
Italian food is
And I
good.
love making fun of Italians too.
It's the best.
Oh my god! And I get a free pass. I can say whatever I want.
That's it.
I work in
I
an Italian deli, so I get a free pass.
That's
Yeah,
true.
well, no,
That
anybody
is true.
gets the free pass, but if anybody actually gets offended by it, I can
yeah.
be like, well,
you're
I grew up, I grew up
I'm
mostly.
just taking it back. I'm
Yeah,
taking
exactly.
back the
Yeah,
word.
I'm trying to take
all
the power
words.
away from all the. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also I feel like there is more derogatory words for Italians than like anything else.
There's a bunch.
the most of the because like you got like what you have like Polak.
Yeah,
Nick.
I didn't know that that Polak that one was actually a slur for a long time.
was, yeah.
I didn't know it until I got to college, and I said it around my college roommate, and he just went, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
Which also okay, that is a little bit ironic. Like,
I'm not gonna freak out if you
it
call me a
was.
Polak,
It's
dude.
definitely not.
Yeah, no,
Let's just be real, dude. The Polish are not oppressed.
We're fine.
There's not
now.
a ton of plight right
Yeah.
now.
Exactly.
I mean, maybe 70 years ago there's something going on.
Like, I would
Maybe
never
don't
freak
do
out
that.
if somebody said like Mick or Guido or something. But
no,
it just feels like there's like a lot of versatility on like the Italian ones.
Oh yeah, and you
As far as white slurs,
you
go.
get the combos too. You can go Irish and Italian.
Yeah,
you can bring them in.
Guinea's one for Italian.
Yeah, and Italians, they're very proud people.
They're very
They
proud.
love
They
who
are.
They love bragging. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
love bragging, and so it's like no matter how much you can try to insult an Italian for being
Yeah, no.
Italian, they're
No.
proud that they're Italian.
Right.
Also, it was like my favorite part of that whole like Cuomo thing when he was getting.
I'm not a pervert. I'm Italian.
I'm not a pervert, I'm Italian. Great defense.
Very good.
I'm not a
defense.
pervert.
It's true.
I mean, it's true.
Come on.
That's true.
No, that's awful.
Like, yeah, like, well,
That's
yeah,
my culture.
They get
Blame-
like
blame my
special.
culture.
There's like special laws for Italians. Like,
Oh my god.
oh man,
That was our governor right there.
yeah,
Can you believe that?
that's such.
I mean, that's.
such a good line.
Can I believe it? Yes.
I can believe it.
fully believe
Not a
that.
pervert. I'm Italian. I'm
I'm
not
not a
drunk.
pervert.
I'm Irish. Come on.
I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
the
true.
pivot. I just want to get the tuba man down for my son Jamie. You remember Jingle All the Way?
What is this from?
Jingle All the Way, the
Oh yeah,
Arnold
yeah. I
Schwarzenegger
just
movie.
watched that over Christmas.
Oh no
Yeah.
way! It was
It's
a really
the
classic.
Turbo Man.
I'm gonna get the tuba man down for my son Jamie. I really love that one.
It's a
I'm not the
great one.
pivot. I just need to get the tuba man down for my son Jamie. He gets in trouble. I can't remember why he says that.
The
But
guy from News Radio is constantly trying to bang his wife.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Why you-
That was such a
Phil
weird
Hartman, yeah.
subplot. I
It
don't
is
know
so
why that
weird.
dude bangs everybody's wife. That was so for it's a
That's
children's
89.
Because he was like a
Dog.
single dad. It's like it is like a children's
and
movie.
they're having this guy.
But it's also
bang
like
people's
it's like
wife?
it feels like it's almost like a weird stereotype of like single dads are like perverted,
Exactly.
like
Yeah, yeah,
adulterers. Like
I don't like
it's like
the-
I think
They were hounds
there are
back
some
then,
things
dude.
in the '90s too that were tropes that I just have no like
Oh, yeah.
understanding of like where they got them from.
No way.
You know, I can't think of other examples, but that was like a weird. Or when did that movie come out? Was it like early '90s?
That was
late
probably
80s?
like 91, 92.
Yeah, but
I
it's
would
like
assume
so
earlier.
strange to see that where they're like, this is a man who's living alone.
Yeah.
he must be a perverted,
Yes.
freak.
Yeah, of course. Well, and I feel like that's the problem with like certain characters too, is you kind of like lean them in too far into like the cliche you're kind of making fun of to the
Yeah.
point where it's not really like funny anymore. It's just like, well, this kind of sucks. Like this guy just sucks. It's not like you're not really making a joke about it. You're just kind of like promoting it in a way.
Yeah,
So it's there's
he's
nuance.
definitely like the villain, like
Well,
one of the villains in the movie,
Yeah.
because he's just constantly trying to like.
Times change, man.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever watched? I mean, you obviously have, but like all the movies in the '70s are like, well, what are we just doing this? This is just in the movie. Like this is just a part of it. Like the amount, I feel like
Yeah.
there's been a curve in the
I don't
amount of
know.
like
I feel like-
sexual harassment in movies and way higher in the
Well, dude,
'70s and '80s.
The James Bond guy was on like a talk
Oh,
show. One time.
yeah.
He's like, sometimes you have to just hit a woman.
Yeah,
you know?
dude.
Fucking,
Sean
I don't know why I
Connery
did
is-
Italian again. I did Italian like I'm
The-
still in the Italian
As
heads.
Cuomo
Noted
always
Italian
says,
Sean
Sean
Connery.
Yeah. But I can't do a good Sean Connery. What's a good British accent? Yeah, but he's like some.
You heard a woman.
If they open hand, he's like, yeah, he was like.
Oh, he said
justifying.
open hand.
He was like
Oh,
open
right.
hand. If they're freaking out, you got to bring them back down.
Crazy.
He just said
That's
that.
crazy.
As, like,
He
did
said
an
an
interview.
open hand.
like,
Yeah.
open. Yeah, never close fists.
Never close.
He's a man of honor. Okay,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
only
yeah.
slaps his wife with an open hand.
That's
But he
crazy.
straight up said that on like a talk
I'm a man
show.
of honor. Only with an open hand do I
Yeah.
smack
Yeah,
my wife.
I only.
yeah.
That's
I mean,
unbelievable.
I only strike my. Yeah.
Well, it's like, I mean, if hitting kids is okay, then you can hit your wife. That's just like,
Oh,
that's
I mean,
the
that's
rules.
different. You know what I'm saying? You
Back
gotta hit
then?
a kid.
Yeah.
Because it would literally be like
What if
you're
they're
like.
misbehaving?
Exactly.
How will they
Like,
know? You
could
can't
see,
talk to them.
You
They
could
don't
see
know
a dude
English.
do that. Like he hits a woman, and then you'd be like, "Hey," and then you'd be like, I married her.
Yeah, we're married. Yeah.
You know, like,
That's
like,
the issue.
you're right.
You just can't hit with women you don't know.
None of my business. I'm sorry.
Oh, my bad.
I feel so rude.
Oh,
I didn't realize y'all were just working something out. I
feel so rude. I'm so sorry for interrupting.
And Burping was officially against hitting women. I think
we're against all forms of abuse.
100% against all that.
Open hand.
Open hand. If it's like, if you're joking around, if you guys have, they got things going.
You'd be like, he beat me, and the cops would come, and they'd be like, well, what did she do?
Well, how mean was she? How cutting was her?
What did she say? Did she insult your manhood? What happened? Yeah, like the cops are showing up to a domestic in like 1942, and they're like, "Well, did she speak out of turn?" It sounds like she spoke out it sounds like she spoke out of turn. That's what happened. Oh yeah,
How long have you been together?
We live in better
3 years?
times.
I get it. I get it, buddy.
It is insane.
See,
it was literally just part of it too.
Yeah, no, it's
like there were movies where there would just be straight up like just smacking women in the face.
Dude. The film noirs.
Yeah.
If the movie's in black and white, watch out for the domestic violence.
And the film noir thing, another weird thing in the film noirs was just the 19-year-old girls just banging the ugliest people you've ever seen in your life.
The most 50-year-old man you've ever seen in your life.
Humphrey Bogart is so ugly, dude. His face is like melting off in the Maltese Falcon.
Hey, don't knock Humphrey Bogart, all right?
Dude, the Maltese Falcon.
My boy Humphrey, dude. Don't come at my boy Humphrey.
His fucking face is melting off. Like, it's like he's such an aggressive alcoholic.
And he's actually 37.
Yeah, he's 37. And he looked, he like fought in World War II, and like 8 years later, he's just like this like melting blob of fucking cigarette smoke and whiskey.
True. Yeah.
And just the youngest girls are just like, oh, that's my man.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
It makes absolute sense to me.
I don't know, man.
Oh, God. You gotta smell them.
We
from
are
down
against
the hall.
most of the 40s tropes.
Yeah, we are against abuse.
Don't hate your wife or your husband.
Right, we're against hate speech. Mm-hmm. None of that. Speech. We're not a fan of any of that.
Unless it's Italians.
Unless it's that is kind of funny.
But I'll tell you what we are for though. When you're trying to run away, but you're going too fast, and you're just sort of your legs are just going and making
that like a little Scooby Doo.
And you can't get the traction.
Roadrunner.
Yeah,
the Roadrunner.
Exactly. I support that.
I support. Like their legs are going so fast that they're just like a circle. It's just like a kind of a circle.
Stall out.
And then they finally take off and they leave the trail of smoke behind.
Exactly.
That's funny.
Oh my God. That is actually how I leave most interactions. Is I say goodbye and then I just like I power up. Mm-hmm. I have to build. Classic. It's like a Sonic. Like what's how Sonic spins in a ball and
you wind up.
Yeah. That's the best way to leave.
It's gone in a flash.
And then there you go.
I'm kind of known for it. That's kind of my thing. I kind of do that a lot.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's fun. Question. Mm-hmm. So music-wise, getting back to the music talk.
Sick segue again.
Yeah. We're
killing the game.
This guy's all business.
Naturalistic conversation right here.
ABC always be selling.
Always be selling. I had a question on like early like shows. Mm-hmm. Where was like your first show and what was the atmosphere around it? How'd you feel? Because we're about to do a live show. We're trying to set up a live show, and we've done stand up before, but that's like open mic, whatever on the show. So what did you have any wise words to us going into the performance space?
Got you. Yeah, that's a good question. I'll always talk about the first time I ever did like any kind of performance was I did an open mic at a cafe on Hurdle that no longer exists. No, not the Daily Planet. It was what was the name of it? Oh, let me think. Cafe. It's one of those.
The Dripping Bean.
No, it was a.
I just made that up.
It's like staccato. It's like one of those Italian like volume type of words for music. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway,
staccato.
It wasn't staccato.
Castrato?
Not castrato, but
It'd be
it was
a fucking
like something like that.
Cafe Castrata.
It was something like that though.
That'd be
And
fucking, that'd
I
be
did an
such a
open mic
weird
there.
name.
I did an open mic there to like 3 old men. They
Classic.
didn't like my song choices, but I
Were these
did a
originals,
great
or
job.
were they
They were covers. They were all
covers?
covers.
Cover set.
And that was the first time I ever did anything in front of anybody. And I'll always remember that one was a disaster. But you already gotten through there. You already gotten through your open mic. Man.
We've
You don't
gone through
gotta
the
worry
open
about
mics. Yeah.
that. First ever
We
show.
felt the lowest.
I'll always remember we did our first ever show at the Forum.
Oh.
The now defunct Forum.
Mm.
And it was opening up for our good friends in this band called What Is This? A pop punk band. And they do a Christmas. They used to do a Christmas show every year called Witmas.
Okay.
And when they let us on the show and we were playing it with them, and I'll always remember I did a crowd surfed. There was like 6 people in the crowd, and it was just these 6 people carried me for a moment and then put me back on stage. But it was really fun.
That's a bold move. 6 people.
Oh yeah,
They must have been tightly packed.
Yeah.
That must have been an empty-looking room.
I
all
did
front
have
and center.
Get the sphere.
joined
Can you imagine,
together.
dude, like a guy, like he's like just doesn't say anything, and there's like
Exactly.
6 people like sparsely throughout the room.
Yeah.
You just jump off stage.
Oh, yeah.
Just fucking hard plan.
That's
on
the
ground.
classic, the Jack Black.
Yeah, where they all
School
get
of
out of the
Rocket
way.
show.
Yeah.
I
And
think
then you slowly transition to sleeping in your bed in the same
I
exact
mean,
position.
if Jack Black was jumping at me, I would probably get out of the way.
Yeah.
That's a big boy.
I would rather catch you than Jack Black. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm very
dude.
strong.
I don't. Yeah, crowd surfing
A
just
young
seems
John too, a baby boy John.
seems dangerous.
I was probably
Yeah.
75 pounds soaking wet back in those days.
Yes. That's crowd surfing weight.
Now you're
You gotta
85
have-
pounds soaking wet. Unlike before.
On a good day. That's so funny.
We're packing it on.
But yeah, my
How does it
advice
feel to
first
blow away
show
with the wind?
What'd you say?
I said, how does it feel to just blow away in the wind, dude?
Sometimes it's difficult, Sometimes I'm really late for work.
Yeah,
But other times it's all right.
Strong winds, boss. Sorry.
Yeah. You know me, I fly away easy.
But my advice for your first show, I'll tell you what, you're gonna have just have a good time.
Okay.
Because I tell you what, not a lot of people are gonna be paying attention.
No.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
People
be
never pay
drinking.
attention anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get drunk for sure.
That seems like
Get
the way to
drunk.
do it.
That's
Have a
kind of the
great time.
idea.
Yeah.
We're,
Forget
it's
about
gonna be
it.
like a talk show thing.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, nobody's ever at comedy shows anyway. I'm used to that. Just gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna squeeze all the laughter we can out of those 7
Yeah, no, I'm
people
gonna
that show
get
up.
blasted.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Laughing.
Hell yeah.
Hell,
Drunk
I'll
as
come
shit,
through.
dude.
I appreciate
Hell
it.
yeah.
We'll make sure you're
You're a guest of honor.
I guess so. Yeah, we'll
Okay.
have spotlights for
We'll have,
different
you'll have a
audience
throne.
members.
We'll have a throne.
Yeah,
Ready.
you'll have the throne.
The throne, the Q&A question microphone.
Hell yeah,
You're
dude.
gonna have it in the audience.
I think that's the move.
Hey.
If you had
I always wanted to do one of those like town hall questions and just ask them something ridiculous.
We have to
Yeah.
like, press the button like hello.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
Well,
Hello,
don't people
speaker.
do that on like YouTube? They go to like town hall and just like do bits.
Well, there's the Chad and JT
They, like, make fun of-
dudes that
yeah.
do like the
they complain about shit that's not.
yeah. There's like a lack of partying in America
Yeah.
right now, and they need to find more ways to.
That
allow
feels
more
like it'd be
parties.
fun if it wasn't
stiff.
yeah.
There was one. What was his name? Is Tito Ortiz like a city councilman
He
guy
was for
now?
a minute, and
That's
he was
what
absolutely
they asked
idiotic.
him in a thing where like they were going to like the playground a lot, and they keep having beef with one of the kids at the playground, and they're like, "In your professional fighting opinion, what will we do? What could we do to settle our beef with this 8-year-old child that keeps pushing us off the monkey bars?"
Well, dude, Tito Ortiz, there's like you can look up. I mean, this guy's just a grade A dumbass.
Yeah.
You could like look up like
looks like
you
a
could look
meathead.
up like compilations online. It's like 15 minutes of Tito Ortiz being a genius.
Yeah.
And he'll just say things like, "Yeah, I've been training fucking eight days a week, seven on the training and doing that for 3 weeks now, so I'm ready to go."
Oh my
Just
goodness.
making no sense whatsoever. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, there's another clip of him. It's probably my favorite clip. But he goes, yeah, no, I definitely want my children to die before me.
Holy shit!
He says that.
That's a bold
Oh,
statement.
goodness.
I was like, what
Just
the
so
fuck?
I don't have to deal with it.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's
Oh
such a
my
weird
God.
sentiment. I'll probably say, I hope I die before my children is probably what he meant.
But
What came out of his mouth was,
He
yeah,
flipped
no,
it.
I totally hope my children die before me.
yeah.
That's
And he's just like
Crazy.
nodding, and because he has this like confident idiot sort of status
Yeah.
about him, so he's just funny. He's
Yeah,
hilarious.
100%. I mean, you get hit in the head enough times, you're gonna mess up some words.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
just how it
You're
goes.
gonna mix it up.
dude. I mean, CTE out the fucking ass.
Yeah,
Oh, forget about it.
At the mouth too.
Yeah,
Out the
mouth.
ass and the
Yeah,
mouth.
out the ass and the mouth.
That's a what's it called? food poisoning CTE.
Yeah.
But with words.
Comes out both directions.
Words and shit. Oh God. But yeah, so if you did, we've talked about this before. Are you totally not going to do stand-up ever in your life? Or will you ever try to do stand-up? Because I know you're an improv guy. You've done the improv in the
I've done the improv thing. I don't know if I'd ever do stand-up. I would do something scripted for somebody.
Okay.
I don't know.
A stage performance?
A stage performance.
Yeah.
I'd improvise.
Oh, we just had a
maybe.
sketch meeting earlier.
We did.
Sketch meeting.
We were meeting with a local director.
Shout out Mike Thompson.
Start shooting sketches.
The dog.
If you wanna be part
I
of
would
that.
love
The boy.
to shoot sketches with you. Maybe
Scripted
improvise.
stuff, yeah. Or we could do improv too.
I'd love
Well,
to
you
do
have
that
the
as
script
well.
as the backbone.
Oh,
And then you
absolutely.
improv off the script.
we riff on it
That's
together.
something.
Some of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just don't know. It's hard thinking of like a good like structure, you know? Like I can really like it's easy to be a critic, I feel like, for me as a comedian.
for
Like
sure.
I can see the through lines and like what everybody's doing, but when I try to like do it for myself, it's just like I don't understand.
Yeah, it is a different.
You and me both, brother. I don't know shit.
Well, even doing that too, like I feel like sketch stuff is completely different. Also,
Oh, yeah.
like from like doing anything scripted, it's like that all the jokes like come out in the writing.
Yeah.
Oh,
And if you're doing improv, you just have to be good. You know, it's just like different skill sets for different things.
For sure.
Stand up's kind of like a meeting of the two, where you have to be good. You have to have like an idea going in, but you can't be too rigid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
every room's gonna be different. or
It's a
whatever.
delicate balance. It's kind of a peculiar art form, you know what I mean?
Oh, it's
like
very
sometimes
weird. I mean, it's like one of the few art forms with like a immediate audience feedback.
Yeah.
Because like it's like
And
at
that will
least-
be taken into the next
like
thing
with
that you
music
say at all
too,
times.
and like people have talked about this before, but it's like with music, it's like you can practice in your room and be like, okay, no, like that functionally sounds good.
Yeah.
And then you could like write a joke that you think's fucking hilarious, and the audience can just not.
Exactly.
Right.
But you're practicing, and you can only
Yeah.
practice in front of an audience.
I do
Yeah.
think it's much easier with music in that way too. Like at the end of the day, the audience knows that you're supposed to at least bop your head.
Right,
there,
right.
right?
Yeah.
So that way, you know, the musician feels like they've accomplished
Right.
that. But the only response in comedy is a laugh, and if something
Yeah.
doesn't make you laugh, then it's
like
just
you-
fucking
Yeah.
Well, and then the thing about stand-up
Trying
too,
to juice
like
the audience of all that
stand-up
laughter.
specifically is such a low barrier to entry.
Yeah, right.
And like people kind of rightly think like, oh, I could do that.
Yeah.
So
like
they're
an
like
office
they're
party.
like way not
Yeah.
bought in on it. But then if you're playing guitar, most people can't do that. So they're like, oh,
And they'll see it and they'll be like,
see it,
I
they're
cannot do
I
that.
can't do that. So
Yeah.
you have like this built-in thing.
Yeah.
exactly.
But you know, stand-up is easier to get into, I think.
Yeah.
In general.
Well, there's less monetary.
Yeah, but like
investment.
if you go to an open mic and
Yeah.
have like literally like people who do it every day, you could see that and you'd be like, oh yeah, no, I could do that, and you're probably right. Like
Yeah.
you could do what I see people do every day.
Yeah.
And because it doesn't go well most days.
No.
For most people.
But you can also accidentally be good, or like have like
Yeah,
all the stars
I guess,
align,
yeah,
and like
yeah,
you
and just have
you
a
were
really
just in
good
like a
night.
weird moment that night that it just all kind of worked
Yeah.
together, and then you try to do it the next night, and it's just completely awful.
Yeah, there's
So
a
it's-
few people locally, a few local hacks who've had that happen.
That's how that goes.
Yeah.
That's a classic move. That happens to me all the time, and then I'll tell a joke that just kills.
Yeah.
The night before with
Right.
one group of friends.
Yes.
They're just chuckling their butts off. They're crying
Yeah.
tears of joy from this joke.
Butts
I'm
are
like,
sprawled
I
across the
know
room.
this is a good joke. I know this is a good joke. The
Yeah.
next day, I see a different group of friends. I tell the exact same
Right.
joke. They look at me. They're like, you should never say some shit like that ever again.
You gotta know your audience.
Because I don't know what's funny.
Yeah, no. You never know.
Well, that's the thing too. is
There's
it's,
a
like,
science to it,
totally
you know?
different. Like,
It's,
there's
oh,
there's
yeah.
no like real underlying.
There is a science, but
Like
there's
you
not.
can't like there's like with like music and stuff or like most other art forms. There's like at least some objective underpinning of like music theory or whatever.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't
yeah.
really have like comedy theory, like because
No.
you can do like a like you could have like a knock joke that has like it's like literally sets up like what people be like. Oh, this is the structure of comedy, which
Right,
is like
right.
set up punchline. Like boom, that's what it is. But it's like
Three-act
you could
structure.
write a knock joke and nobody could laugh.
It could be a not funny
Because it's just
knock-knock.
not
Yeah,
funny.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just, like it doesn't matter. You could be like,
Yeah.
well, you can't ever be like in a crowd too. You could be like, the structure of that is technically amazing. It's like you're the dumbest
if you were
sounding person
really
in the world.
paying attention to the structure of that, you'd be laughing.
You'd be laughing your fucking ass off,
right
dude. It's literally like you don't even understand. I wrote that perfectly. It's like that's not how that works. Like
No.
you just suck.
Yeah. And it's such a weird like primal thing too to be like like the whatever, like then like the vaudeville days or whatever, where there's like a traveling act where like people like come to different towns and just like they speak, and it's just like, or they do a performance or whatever, and it's just like, oh, they didn't like, let's go to the next town and do it. Like you could still kind of do that now, but it's like it's so ingrained in like humanity to be like, fucking make me laugh, idiot. Like you show up being like,
yeah, dance for me, clown.
Yeah.
The audience definitely is tougher when they show up, like knowing they're about to get a comedy show. And they're like, all right,
the expectation is set.
Just do better. Make me fucking laugh.
Yeah. And if not, I'm gonna yell at him. I mean, I'm gonna boo him into oblivion.
Usually, the problem with open mics is there's just no audience. So
I'd
rather take a hostile audience than no audience most of the time.
It depends, though.
No, dude, I would rather.
No
dude,
audience.
I've had some really great
fun.
nights just being angrily arguing with hecklers.
Oh, of course.
Because I'm learning the same as I would have in an empty room.
Right.
Just nothing.
Right.
But it's funny. Like, it's funny to me.
You need to experience those things. It's paying your dues. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a character building moment.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, if you're
tools in the arsenal.
it's also like not that serious, so it's like fun. Like I've had some people freak
especially
out on
open
me.
mics, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we told the story with Lutz that one day where it's like, I've like there's guys like yelling Marine, like they were like
Hoo-ha. Or what was it? No,
he said Aruga. Because he wasn't really a Marine, but he was saying he was in the Marines.
Yeah.
So instead of saying Ura, he said Aruga.
Yeah.
Oh, classic.
And so it's just like we already know
Stolen valor.
Yeah, stolen valor type thing. You kept going, you kept yelling
valor.
Marine Corps, because I've made fun of him for like wearing camo. I don't know, because he was just talking the whole time. If he was like, if he'd just been shutting the fuck up, it would have been fine. But
it's like you got that in an Army Navy surplus.
Ultimately, everybody thought it was fun. So,
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like it's now like the whole room becomes a sketch that you are now in the middle of creating
sure.
as
It's
it
a
goes.
story.
But it's a real guy.
Yeah.
That's just a real man.
Yeah.
It's insane. Just I was gonna ask. So touring. I know you guys went on a little run last year.
Oh, yeah.
How did that go? What was your takeaway from all that stuff?
That was a really fun one. I tell you what, we traveled all over. The driving was tough. We drove 10 hours down to North Carolina, and that sucked. Because I'll tell you what, 20 minutes before we got to our hotel in North Carolina, popped a tire. It was unbelievable.
Classic. That's a movie.
Unbelievable.
That's a movie right there.
So you had to replace it with a donut and then get a different one later,
man.
but it was just unbelievable. But yeah, no, it was really fun. I think my takeaway from that one is that definitely want to wait until we have like a tour manager before we tour again.
Yeah.
Because we played to just nobody. It was fun, but we just played to nobody.
Yeah. So it was like it was a similar like because you've played like in other cities or stuff before, but you never like did like a proper like set up all these dates sort of thing.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Yeah, and this was definitely like the closest we've ever gotten to something like proper. Like it still wasn't very proper. Like we still had a lot of dates fall through, but
when you pop a tire driving to another state to perform music, now you're initiated.
Oh yeah,
that is the initiation.
Yeah. But it was just fun, you know. I feel like it was just a good excuse to get out the house, and now it's just like
for sure.
We got some cool people who I think like us a little bit more. Hopefully.
There you go. And so like booking all of that like yourself, like were you just like emailing like random venues or like going down the list of like Cleveland, all these places, and just like finding spots?
Exactly, just emailing venues, and it would be funny, like honestly, how rude people would be.
Really?
I'll always remember. I'm gonna send out a beef call to the freaking I think it's called the Brillo box in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I sent them an email saying, "Yo, what's up? We're this band. We're coming through on a tour, wondering if we could have this date."
Yeah.
He just sends me an email, one word, pass.
Oh my god.
Can you believe that? It's like you could have just
fucked up.
you could have said any other thing. So that was rude as hell.
Yeah. You didn't even sign the email.
It's just like you could have just been like,
word.
sorry, like we're booked up that day.
Yeah.
And I would understand.
That's so
One
fucked up. It didn't even have to be true.
It didn't even have to be true. You could have just lied.
Said you're
But
booked up.
no, that was too much effort. So he just had to pass. So.
You're on notice, Brillo.
So
bar.
fuck you, Brillo box.
Brillo box?
I hope you
Brillo
see
box.
this Brillo box.
Dude, scrub yourself clean,
we
guys.
could
guys.
actually start beef with them. We could at Brillo Box.
But
Dude,
well,
I'll
let's
fuck those guys
Box.
up.
I want you to find them and at them and
I'll get
post
'em.
this clip on Instagram because I fucking hate the Brillo Box from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
And this is the beginning of the end for you guys. I'm sorry to say.
That's one thing.
We're a
that-
big podcast. We
That's
got a lot
one
of
thing me
reach.
and Johnny the Man because we decided
Unless they do
as a
comedy,
band.
then we're gonna have to keep friends.
Yeah.
Just so you can do the shows.
Honestly,
I'm just kidding.
with an asterisk on the hate. You know what I mean?
We decided though as a band that we're gonna start way more beefs with
Good.
way more people.
Smart.
Let us-
No, honestly, too, I feel like being friends with everybody is kind of overrated.
It's
100%.
way
Because
overrated.
there's no way you can be that many friends with that many people.
Yeah.
So they're all just fake and annoying.
Because you
anyway.
know what they say:
100%.
if you're friends with everybody, you're friends with nobody.
Exactly.
That's what they
And
say.
you know what they
Exactly.
also say? Nice guys finish last.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Well,
you start
yeah.
some fires, you cause some trouble, people start noticing.
Exactly.
Then you might finish first or second. And
I'm
that's way
not a
better
very
than
nice
last.
guy, and I want to say a quarter of everybody is my friend. So therefore,
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah,
I got actual friends.
I like
That's
having
true.
people who I can call enemies. It makes me feel better.
Yeah.
ops, if you
Yeah,
will.
I like
The
to have
ops.
ops.
You gotta have the ops.
The ops keep haters are your motivators.
Haters are our motivators.
When I go out
Always.
and there isn't an op in sight, it's just there's nothing like
Dude.
that feeling.
It's a problem
dude,
too.
You
There's
gotta
no
flex
like
on the ops always.
you gotta. I mean,
You always
it's
gotta
like
be. You always gotta be ready for. They're on every corner.
it's
dude.
the battle of good and evil. Honestly, it's a
It
tale
really
of
is.
time.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
You gotta have
everybody too starts as an op.
It's true.
Like if you're
It's
because
true.
not everybody. If you're not for me, you're against me. So
Yeah,
everybody
100%.
starts off as an op. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And then
You can be converted.
You can make a friend out of an op for sure.
It's true.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know, like in a movie when like the good guy and the bad guy team up to fight an even worse guy. You
Yes. Yeah. The
know?
enemy
Like
of my enemy
the
is
enemy
my
of my
friend.
enemy. That's another rule to live by.
Yeah.
Enemy of my enemy is my
100%.
friend.
100%.
But I mean, it really is too. It's like just beef with people. It's more fun.
It's awesome. It's
more
honestly
fun, dude.
it's smart too because I feel like once the contention raises, like once you have a little bit more of an energy about like like everyone loves like a
I found
fucking
their
civil
Instagram, by the
war.
way.
You found it?
God,
Yeah,
The Brillo Box,
they
Pittsburgh.
posted 2 hours ago. They have
Let me just make absolutely sure though that it's that one. I don't want you.
imagine.
Yeah, imagine if I got it wrong. Imagine if I
we
got.
misfired. That was a misfire.
That, was
Yeah,
the
can
one-
you
that would
imagine?
be
Yeah,
so
friendly
funny,
fire, dude. Like that football player.
That would really be so funny. if I was just like, actually, that was the wrong one.
Who's that
I just
football
gotta make
player, dude?
absolutely
Fucking-
sure.
That football player got killed by friendly fire.
Oh my God, Patrick Tillman, I think his name is.
Pat Tillman, dude.
That's so fucked
You just
up.
Pat Tillman Brillo Box, possibly.
Brillo, Pat Tillman. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, he's
That's
Yeah, he was
very
like a football player
possibly.
who joined, and then the military shot him.
and it was like
Like they lied about
uh,
it for a while.
yeah,
it was
yeah.
confidential for a while. That
It
he was
was-
killed by friendly fire.
It was fucked up
That's too
because he
bad.
like learned some shit.
Yeah.
That's what I
Well,
believe
he
that was
became
part of
jaded. He became
Yeah.
jaded about the war.
Yeah,
So then he got shot by his own guys.
and then it's like, sorry, man. Sorry, man. You should have.
Which
you
is
should
a
taken your
nuts thing to
pill.
do to a guy that famous.
Oh yeah,
It really is.
but they got.
But the
I
U.S.
mean,
government just doesn't give a fuck.
dude, if you can do that to Epstein, you could do that to anybody, dude. That's just
that's a good point.
that was really the case where it's like, oh, it really doesn't matter
yeah,
anymore.
it doesn't,
Like,
yeah,
you could-
you can have an infinite amount of dirt on them,
Yeah.
and they're gonna kill you.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just no matter what gets out.
It's just crazy how rich people at a certain points are just like they dare the public, like, what are you gonna do about it, sort of thing. And it's like, okay, well, we could talk about it on a podcast. That's about that's the furthest extent I could really go.
Is this a confirmed hostile?
Confirmed. I'm almost there. I almost got it. I'm sorry. I know I've been scrolling forever.
No, you're good.
We
need to confirm.
I'm getting so close though. I know it's like right there. Where's the
If we have to
pass? I'm
bleep out
looking
the
for
name,
the pass.
we can.
No, I'm no, it's right there. Like I'm right on top of it. I just gotta find it. I'm waiting for the pass. Where is it?
The Brillo pass.
Brillo pass. Come play. And yeah, here we go. Yeah, no, it might be gone forever. I might have just wasted a whole bunch of time for nothing.
Oh, that's okay,
Isn't that
dude.
so funny?
I mean, that is pretty standard for this podcast. That's kind of how a lot of this goes.
Oh yeah.
We try to fact check, but we're also the hosts of the show, so it's like
Yeah, well, yeah.
you
Also,
know.
dude, it's just funnier if you're wrong a lot of the time.
yeah,
It really
yeah.
is.
It's more entertaining.
A
Yeah,
miss
no, that's
isn't
all right.
always a miss. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
a miss.
no problem.
It's a miss in the moment, but
I
in the
mean, if
grand
it's
scheme-
Brillo, I mean, honestly, too, John's catching the heat on this one, not us.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'm pretty sure it's
I'm cool with
Brillo
that.
though. I'm like pretty certain. Oh, it's right there. I'm gonna stop wasting time.
If the beef, if the beef extends, then we'll keep
we
it.
will
in.
at them with the clip if you
We'll
gotta
add
add
for
them.
sure.
I'm gonna find it later, and I will send you a message to make absolutely sure.
Absolutely. But do you have any positive tour stories
Positive.
or like positive experiences? What's your favorite place to play? Favorite city?
Honestly, my favorite
That's not
city to
Buffalo.
play that's not Buffalo. That's a great question. I really love. I always say it. Fredonia, New York. I love playing Fredonia because every time I go down there, I don't know what it is about the kids down there. They just love
your style.
They love everything about what goes into like the music scene. You know,
Right,
they just
right,
want to
right,
help
right.
you. They're like, "What's up, dude? Like, what's going on? Let me help you."
That's so sweet.
yeah.
That's cool.
They're
just
almost
cool.
too nice.
All right, shout out
Suspiciously
non-beef,
nice.
25%
Non-beef.
non-beef. Fredonia.
All of Fredonia.
He's part of John's
I
25%
love
friends
Fredonia.
They're the
allotment.
non-ops.
Oh, that was sick. Oh, you know what? And recently we made very good friends with this local band from Youngstown, Ohio, Sedona. Very cool band. They got
we
some
saw
cool
them.
bands
They were
down
at the
there.
Jamboree, right?
Exactly.
They were at the Jamboree.
Yeah, they rock. And down in Youngstown, they got a couple of really cool venues. They got one. It's the West Side Bowl.
Okay.
So cool. It's a bowling alley music venue, and we played a show literally beside people playing bowling.
I think
Wow.
Tyler was telling me
It was
about
great.
that.
Yeah.
It was so fun. Very cool venue.
See, bowling's cool.
Oh, yeah.
He's got beef with bowling. He doesn't like bowling.
Oh, you don't like bowling?
Bowling's super boring.
I like
Not when there's a
bowling.
band playing.
Not when there's a band playing.
When there's a band playing, fine. But then why do you need an accoutrement?
Uh,
If it's a fun game on its own, you shouldn't need a goddamn band playing.
That's
hey
true.
man, that's
Like,
just
come
that's
on,
how it
now.
goes.
What I
on
like
now.
about bowling is the things you can do in addition to bowling because it's the
Right.
turn based.
That's what I'm saying.
And so I
Yeah.
say, just get rid of the bowling part, and
No.
you'll also have fun. So you're saying
I
you
need
can't
a
go
game.
drink beer, have pub food, and hang out. You
Yeah.
need a fucking game.
I'd
I
love
need
a
different
game.
You
shoes.
fucking need a game. That's
A
insane.
game
I
is
need
fun.
puzzle
I mean, we
shoes.
could do Monopoly instead. I'd love to do a little game
I
though
just
as
think
well.
that it's better if you're all at the same. You don't have to keep getting up.
Nah.
Yeah.
Like, what if we're having a really good talk like this, and then you had to get up and do your turn?
because that
Just completely interrupts the flow of
it
conversation.
breaks up the conversation. But that's in a way you're seeing that as a negative, but you should be looking at it as an opportunity.
Oh, it's not fucking.
It's a challenge.
That's the challenge.
It's such bullshit, dude.
We're playing a game.
No,
here.
just because you're
Exactly.
uncomfortable.
We're playing the game of life.
Just because you're uncomfortable with your own mind.
I don't
and
know.
you need a game.
That's a crazy. That's a crazy fire.
Just because of
you.
you.
Just shots are fired, and I hate it. I hate it so much because you just. I feel like you just want to dampen my joy sometimes.
No,
you just
dude.
want to take what I love, take what I like, and just like crumple into a little ball,
I
throw it in
thought-
the corner.
I'm
and
just
I
trying to
appreciate
motivate
that.
you, dude.
You're motivating
trying to
shit out of me
motivate
right
you,
now.
dude.
Well, let's get. It sounds like we got an op scenario going
There
on.
is Brody is a half op.
Half op.
He's a
Half op,
he's a
dude.
half op.
frenemies, if you
Yeah,
will.
yeah, yeah.
Very
Sometimes-
totally.
When he gets me on bowling, and the fact that he doesn't think that chicken fingers are the best food, John's on my side.
Chicken fingers.
Are chicken fingers number one? Chicken fingers are sushi.
There's
if you had to
nothing
pick
you
one.
like better than chicken fingers. Don't make it those two, dog.
Honestly, I don't agree with either of those options.
That's what I'm saying. But
Okay.
he says chicken
Okay.
fingers are the best. I said
They are the
No,
best.
no.
What's the best food?
Objectively,
The
they are
best
the best.
food? That's a good question. It's hard to say what the best food
Well,
is.
might
What's your
be a
favorite?
pizza
What's
boy.
your favorite?
My favorite food.
That's what I'm saying. I only ever said I had a favorite.
Exactly.
He says because
Chicken fingers
is all time.
nobody
best
can live
food.
differently than he can.
No, it's not.
Therefore,
it's
if
not
his
possible.
favorite food is the best food.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, my favorite food is probably peanut butter and jellies. I eat a lot of
Whoa!
peanut butter and jellies.
Okay, curveball.
That's my personal favorite food.
Gotcha.
But what I think is the most important food, number one food, will probably be just like bread, because everybody eats bread.
Okay,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? It's like chicken fingers. It's fatty. It's bad for you. You
That's
know
why
what I'm
it's so
saying? And
good.
you can only be accessed by a certain kind of
Yeah.
person. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is eating bread. I think as food, it's
Gluten-free.
more important.
The glutenites.
Yeah.
What about the glutenites?
Glutenites. Well, maybe we could do corn.
Corn.
Corn. Wait, corn's not good for you either.
Corn's definitely.
Well, it's a vegetable.
sorta.
Kinda.
It's a grain.
It grows.
I think it's a grain. Yeah,
It's
isn't it?
A
It's
vegetable
right?
grain. What's the difference?
I think
What?
vegetables are. It's a marketing term. That's from
Uh,
all the.
Well, yeah, tomatoes are fruit.
Yeah, there
And
are.
so are cucumbers.
I refuse to believe that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's no way. Tomatoes are fruits? No.
No, it
that's
is a
vegetable.
marketing thing.
Because the fruits are defined by like things that have seeds in them, like a
Yeah,
thing that has.
it's
seeds.
all about the
so
growing of them.
Technically, it is. But if you think of
No,
what a
there's
fruit
no way.
is, there's zero chance that you think of a
maybe
tomato.
vegetable
Tomato's
is
not a
more
fruit.
of an
It's not.
over. Is like I could just be making this up. I might think like maybe the vegetable is like an overarching term for like it can include tomatoes and corn.
Yes.
But like, tomatoes
Well,
are
it's a
different.
it's a
like
culinary
they're
term.
different. Yeah, it's a culinary term.
It's like veg, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
veg.
yeah.
Like everything is
having
veg.
a veg here. So
Veg.
it could be anything.
Yeah.
And then you have,
Like celery.
but like yeah, like
Celery isn't a fruit, obviously,
no.
but it is a stock.
Yeah, but it's
and
not
I
a
think
grain.
The stock
Yeah,
is
it's different.
You
It's
know.
different. Yeah, I don't fucking know, dude. This is just making shit up.
This is 100%
I agree.
facts.
I agree with what
These
you're
are
saying.
facts.
I think we're right.
But
think
I
we're correct.
don't. If I had to choose between chicken fingers and sushi, I would pick chicken fingers though because I don't like
No, but
sushi.
My man.
just different
My
favorites.
man.
Different favorites.
Close the case. Open case. Now shut. I win.
All right,
That's how
I'm
it
talking to
goes.
all of Japan right now. All right.
But
I
also,
love Japan. Japan
also
just
I
eats more
think
chicken
both
fingers.
of those suck compared to PB&J though. So
Okay, I think we're gonna have to disagree on that.
All right. Yeah. We now have a third camp.
Yeah,
There's
the
three
peanut butter and
camps
jelly.
now.
Because that's not even the best sandwich.
Peanut butter and
Oh,
jelly?
come on.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
I'd
it's
rather
kidding?
have a
great.
chicken finger sub than a PB&J.
I would have to agree with
a
that.
chicken finger
Yep.
sub, it's
Yeah,
just
dude.
so much.
That's why it's so good, though.
You
It's
can
all
have a
you need.
PB&J any time of day.
You give me a PB&J, I'm gonna say, what else you got for me? I'm gonna say,
That's
100%, dude. That's the
crazy.
best. Dude,
if I ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I'd be like, all right.
that was also your
part
main
of the-
argument against sushi.
Yeah,
Was
'cause
it's
I'm
not
like,
enough?
not
You're still
enough.
hungry.
If you give me 3 PB&Js, a triple decker, okay, now we're talking something that could fill
Well,
me up.
you need 3 chicken fingers, so that's the same thing.
No. Chicken fingers is like, all right, I
Oh,
just
come
had
on.
1,500 calories right now, and I'm good for like the next 12 hours. You give me a PB&J, that's like maybe, 400 calories?
Well, we're not talking about whether or not it fills you up. We're
That's-
talking about like
I'm talking
like,
about the whole
yeah.
experience.
I'm talking about. If we're talking about the whole experience, you can have. I think you can have a PB&J for breakfast. You can have it for lunch. You can have it for dinner. You wake up first thing in the morning. You have chicken fingers.
See, that's okay. No, we
You
talked
have
about
to
this.
be a certified degenerate.
But that's, in my opinion, that's the beauty of chicken fingers. Is like if you have anything like that so much, you'll start to hate it. If you give me the same show to watch every day for the rest of my life, I'm gonna hate that show in the next couple weeks. But in the sense of like, if we're having a night, if we're like, let's be bad, like let's get a little crazy tonight. Let's get a bunch of chicken fingers, dump them in a bunch of hot sauce, maybe even involve a sub. You know what I mean?
Well, I like
There is
that.
a little
There's
bit
a
more
versatility.
versatility to chicken fingers.
That's what I'm
Chicken
saying.
fingers, I like that, but I just think at the end of the day, like if you're thinking about it as being like a bad person every once in a while, I'm gonna have a chicken finger. If you're only having it once in a while, then how important is it at the end of the day?
See, you underestimate my ability to be bad. I'm bad.
This is a tall
lot.
boy here. He can eat a lot of shit.
I gained 50 pounds in a year. That's how that happened. I got here.
beer and chicken fingers.
My weight has been paved by beer and chicken fingers,
Wow.
and I'm not mad about it. I was underweight my whole life. I started,
Guys, I think what we need to find here is a fourth option that we can all agree is a bad option for a favorite food, so that we can end the podcast. No ops.
Yeah,
We're all
true.
friends.
No ops.
We have no ops here. On we're not
Okay,
allowing.
so-
Well, we would let ops on if they are bigger than us and would bring us clout.
True.
Then
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
allow ops on.
That's
But-
just a debate.
Yeah.
At
Joe
that point.
Rogan on
yeah, we'll get Joe
I'll
Rogan.
get
on.
Joe Rogan on.
Yeah, Joe Rogan's allowed to come
Joe
on.
Rogan,
again.
DM us
Yeah,
if you want my address.
Let us know your schedule. We'll
Feel
At the
free.
very least, you got to get Jamie on here.
Yeah,
we'll fit
Jamie
you
would
in.
be a nice. I would take Jamie.
We could pencil Joe Rogan in for
Exactly.
he could do like half an ep or something.
You just don't
give him a
accept
call.
guests for months because you got Joe Rogan penciled in for months. Just
Yeah, yeah,
waiting
yeah.
for him to respond.
We got a Zoom chat with him coming up.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what he wants to do.
Yo,
yeah.
Joe, I'm gonna give him a call.
We'll see if we
I'll
have
leave him a
time
voice-
for him.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah.
I gotta
Hey
give
Joe, it's
a call.
me, Johnny. I'm just giving you a call right now, leaving you a voicemail. I just want to see if you pop on the pod. I'm stopping by Checkers. Let me know if you wanted to get a burger or something. All right,
Yeah,
talk
let
to you
me
later.
know. Let me know, dude.
That was me leaving a voicemail
To Joe
for
Rogan.
So.
Yeah,
That's a great bit.
we'll clip that in the episode. We
Put
will
that
for
as
sure.
a clip.
Yeah,
Yeah, please add Joe Rogan.
we're stopping at Checkers if you want anything.
No, yeah, I mean, if Joe Rogan wants to come on here and just we can bury the hatchet.
Yeah,
But, I mean, I know it's both sides are very angry.
bury the cold plunge.
I would come here.
I don't know. I was trying to think of the Joe
I would
Rogan
come
term.
back on the pod to fight my ops. If you have, if
Yeah.
you happen,
Oh,
to,
yeah,
Okay.
dude.
if that happens,
Oh,
yeah.
dude, maybe we could get the Brillo box guy.
We'll get the
We can get
Brillo
Brillo
box,
box.
You and
I
him
will
can-
fist fight him.
Yeah, we'll do that.
So
We can do what's a good we can do a whole month of debates. What's a good debate month?
good debate month. That's
June.
That's a great debate month.
June.
Yeah.
June, middle of the month.
Yeah.
We're getting in the middle of people's beefs.
Right.
Middle of the year.
Yeah, a 6-month beef.
Yeah, dude.
Month 6 beef.
Yeah, dude. We got to start. So if you have a beef you want to hash out, we can treat this like divorce.
I'll hash out any
True.
beef. As the
we will
representative,
also do divorces. We'll
do
if
divorces.
You have divorcing couple.
We'll file your divorce. Yeah, well, for sure.
As an official spokesperson for Johnny the Man Kids, I will say that as a band, we will fight anyone or any other group of people.
Good.
Any day of the week. You just got to shoot us a message. So,
and honestly, I would not want to get into a fight if Andy is involved in the fight.
He's scrappy. That's the thing about Andy.
Andy's he's a ticking time bomb.
You never know when he's going to crack.
Him blow.
Yeah, he builds houses and shit.
He does. He's a big boy.
Strong dude.
He's
big,
a strong
boy.
fella. He's so handsome.
Very, very handsome.
Anyway.
Wait, what? Who's handsome?
Everyone.
I don't think.
In the band.
Who said that? Anyway.
Well, John, thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming on the pod.
I just didn't hear you.
Andy's
I'm doing a bit where
I didn't know if you heard something.
No, I was just doing a bit where it's embarrassing that I have a crush on Andy.
Oh, that's so cute. You guys would be so great together.
I think so too.
You guys would be so great together.
But he is dating Carrie, so it'd be really awkward if I tried to break them up. So it's just like
no.
Well, you're just waiting in the wings.
Yeah,
you're like the gay best friend, but you're the gay best friend of the dude.
You could be the weekender. Like you're like when he wants a little vacation.
The weekender.
Yeah. It's just like if you need one weekend away from, the love of your life.
Yeah, you were pretty hungover today. What'd you get up to?
All right, ending the pod.
Ending the pod.
A food that
we're all
none
friends.
of us like.
Yeah, we have to all be friends.
A food that none of us like. I don't know, fucking
throw it out there.
Salmon.
I love
like
salmon.
I like salmon.
I just had salmon the other day.
I'm just trying to what is
I like most food. That's gonna be an issue. I don't like quiche. I got sick on quiche one time.
Oh,
I like an egg though.
I love eggs. I just
Eggs are
got sick
good.
on quiche. That's why I used to love it.
Oh, okay. How you guys feel about potato salad?
Whoa,
or like a macaroni salad?
I hate potato salad.
Yeah, I'm pretty. Yeah,
Not a fan.
I'm not.
Potato salad? I'd rather have any other kind of salad.
That's what pasta salad.
Any other kind
fuck me up.
Any
on
other
pasta
kind of salad. Yeah,
I'll have real
I think
salad
we can
over
agree on
potato
that. We can
salad.
say
That's true.
we can all bury the hatchet on this food beef.
Hashtag
Potato
fuck
salad is the
Potato
worst.
salad sucks. All right. Anything you'd like to plug?
Check out Johnny the Man Kid's new record coming out April 1st, as well as our new single coming out March 1st, as well as our new single that came out this past February 1st. And we got some shows coming up. Be sure to check them out. We'll be posting about them on our Instagram, at Johnny the Man Kids on Instagram. And yeah, that's all I got to plug.
Hell yeah. Good times.
Sweet. Thanks for watching. Keep your eyes out. We had a sketch meeting this morning. We're gonna have sketches starting to film in March.
We're gonna get sketchy.
And subscribe to the Patreon if you want to see more episodes.
Like and follow us on
like
all
and follow,
social media.
Share, tell a friend, rate
Follow
the
us on
episode
Blue Sky.
highly. Follow us on Blue Sky. Follow us on every social media platform except Threads because Threads sucks.
Come to Buffalo Open Mics if you want
Buffalo
to be
Open
funny
Mics.
or listen to funny people.
I'm doing a contest at Classic Lanes on the 15th.
Hell yeah.
February 15th.
You got my vote.
Hell yeah, baby. All right.
Classic Lanes,
cool.
Known bowling establishment.
Yep.
All right, have a good one.
Yep, we're doing live shows soon also and all that shit. We'll talk about that next week probably. Bye.
John, high five.
Bye.
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 High five.